as possible. And with a little help, you found new answers, discovered new places. The right words came at just the right time. And we even learned how to spell the word Epicurean.
R-I-A-N.
Life got a little easier. Our photos got a little better. And we got closer to a world where we all belong.
All stations ready to resume count. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
So as we stand on the cusp of a new era, new breakthroughs in AI will reimagine the ways we can help. We will have the chance to improve the lives of billions of people. We will give businesses the opportunity to thrive and grow. And help society answer the toughest questions we have to face. Now, we don't take this for granted. So while our ambition is bold, our approach will always be responsible. Because our goal is to make AI helpful for everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Google I/O. It's great to see so many of you here at Shoreline, so many developers, and a huge thanks to the millions joining from around the world, from Bangladesh to Brazil to our new Bayview campus right next door. So great to have you as always. As you may have heard, AI is having a very busy year. So we've got lots to talk about. Let's get started. 7 years into our journey as an AI-first company, we are at an exciting inflection point. We have an opportunity to make AI even more helpful for people, for businesses, for communities, for everyone. We've been applying AI to make our products radically more helpful for a while. With generative AI, we are taking the next step. With a bold and responsible approach, we are reimagining all our core products, including search. You will hear more later in the keynote. Let me start with a few examples of how generative AI is helping to evolve our products, starting with Gmail. In 2017, we launched Smart Reply, short responses you could select with just one click. Next came Smart Compose, which offered writing suggestions as you type. Smart Compose led to more advanced writing features powered by AI. They've been used in Workspace over 180 billion times in the past year alone. And now with a much more powerful generative model, we are taking the next step in Gmail with Help Me Write. Let's say you got this email that your flight was canceled. The airline has sent a voucher, but what you really want is a full refund. You could reply and use Help Me Write. Just type in the prompt of what you want, an email to ask for a full refund, hit create, and a full draft appears. As you can see, it conveniently pulled in flight details from the previous email. And it looks pretty close to what you want to send. Maybe you want to refine it further. In this case, a more elaborate email might increase the chances of getting the refund. And there you go. I think it's ready to send. Help Me Write will start rolling out as part of our Workspace updates. And just like with Smart Compose, you will see it get better over time. The next example is Maps. Since the early days of Street View, AI has stitched together billions of panoramic images so people can explore the world from their device. At last year's I/O, we introduced Immersive View, which uses AI to create a high-fidelity representation of a place so you can experience it before you visit. Now we are expanding that same technology to do what Maps does best: help you get where you want to go. Google Maps provides 20 billion kilometers of directions every day. That's a lot of trips. Imagine if you could see your whole trip in advance. With Immersive View for routes, now you can, whether you're walking, cycling, or driving. Let me show you what I mean. Say I'm in New York City and I want to go on a bike ride. Maps has given me a couple of options close to where I am. I like the one on the waterfront, so let's go with that. Looks scenic. And I want to get a feel for it first. Click on Immersive View for routes, and it's an entirely new way to look at my journey. I can zoom in to get an incredible bird's eye view of the ride. And as we turn, we get onto a great bike path. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful ride. You can also check today's air quality. Looks like AQI is 43, pretty good. And if I want to check traffic and weather and see how they might change over the next few hours, I can do that. Looks like it's going to pour later, so maybe I want to get going now. Immersive View for routes will begin to roll out over the summer and launch in 15 cities by the end of the year, including London, New York, Tokyo, and San Francisco. Another product made better by AI is Google Photos. We introduced it at I/O in 2015. It was one of our first AI-native products. Breakthroughs in machine learning made it possible to search your photos for things like people, sunsets, or waterfalls. Of course, we want you to do more than just search photos. We also want to help you make them better. In fact, every month, 1.7 billion images are edited in Google Photos. AI advancements give us more powerful ways to do this. For example, Magic Eraser, launched first on Pixel, uses AI-powered computational photography to remove unwanted distractions. And later this year, using a combination of semantic understanding and generative AI, you can do much more with a new experience called Magic Editor. Let's have a look. Say you're on a hike and you stop to take a photo in front of a waterfall. You wish you had taken your bag off for the photo, so let's go ahead and remove that bag strap. The photo feels a bit dark, so you can improve the lighting. And maybe you want to even get rid of some clouds to make it feel as sunny as you remember it. Looking even closer, you wish you had posed so it looks like you're really catching the water in your hand. No problem. You can adjust that. There you go. Let's look at one more photo. This is a great photo, but as a parent, you always want your kid at the center of it all. And it looks like the balloons got cut off in this one. So you can go ahead and reposition the birthday boy. Magic Editor automatically recreates parts of the bench and balloons that were not captured in the original shot. As a finishing touch, you can punch up the sky. It changes the lighting in the rest of the photo so the edit feels consistent. It's truly magical. We are excited to roll out Magic Editor in Google Photos later this year. From Gmail and Photos to Maps, these are just a few examples of how AI can help you in moments that matter. And there is so much more we can do to deliver the full potential of AI across the products you know and love. Today, we have 15 products that each serve more than 500 million people and businesses. And 6 of those products serve over 2 billion users each. This gives us so many opportunities to deliver on our mission. to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. It's a timeless mission that feels more relevant with each passing year. And looking ahead, making AI helpful for everyone is the most profound way we will advance our mission. And we are doing this in 4 important ways. First, by improving your knowledge and learning and deepening your understanding of the world. Second, by boosting creativity and productivity so you can express yourself and get things done. Third, by enabling developers and businesses to build their own transformative products and services. And finally, by building and deploying AI responsibly so that everyone can benefit equally. We are so excited by the opportunities ahead. Our ability to make AI helpful for everyone relies on continuously advancing our foundation models. So I want to take a moment to share how we are approaching them. Last year, you heard us talk about PaLM, which led to many improvements across our products. Today, we are ready to announce our latest PaLM model in production, PaLM 2. PaLM 2 builds on our fundamental research and our latest infrastructure. It's highly capable at a wide range of tasks and easy to deploy. We are announcing over 25 products and features powered by PaLM 2 today. PaLM 2 models deliver excellent foundational capabilities across a wide range of sizes. We've affectionately named them Gecko, Otter, Bison, and Unicorn. Gecko is so lightweight that it can work on mobile devices, fast enough for great interactive applications on device, even when offline. PaLM 2 models are stronger in logic and reasoning, thanks to broad training on scientific and mathematical topics. It's also trained on multilingual text, spanning over 100 languages, so it understands and generates nuanced results. Combined with powerful coding capabilities, PaLM 2 can also help developers collaborating around the world. Let's look at this example. Let's say you're working with a colleague in Seoul and you're debugging code. You can ask it to fix a bug and help out your teammate by adding comments in Korean to the code. It first recognizes the code is recursive, suggests a fix, and even explains the reasoning behind the fix. And as you can see, it added comments in Korean, just like you asked. While PaLM 2 is highly capable, it really shines when fine-tuned on domain-specific knowledge. We recently released SecPaLM, a version of PaLM 2 fine-tuned for security use cases. It uses AI to better detect malicious scripts and can help security experts understand and resolve threats. Another example is MedPaLM 2. In this case, it's fine-tuned on medical knowledge. This fine-tuning achieved a 9x reduction in inaccurate reasoning when compared to the model, approaching the performance of clinician experts who answered the same set of questions. In fact, MedPaLM 2 was the first language model to perform at expert level on medical licensing exam-style questions and is currently the state of the art. We are also working to add capabilities to MedPaLM 2 so that it can synthesize information from medical imaging, like plain films and mammograms. You can imagine an AI collaborator that helps radiologists interpret images and communicate the results. These are some examples of PaLM 2 being used in specialized domains. We can't wait to see it used in more. That's why I'm pleased to announce that it is now available in preview, and I'll let Thomas share more. PaLM 2 is the latest step in our decade-long journey to bring AI in responsible ways to billions of people. It builds on progress made by 2 world-class teams, the Brain team and DeepMind. Looking back at the defining AI breakthroughs over the last decade, these teams have contributed to a significant number of them: AlphaGo, transformers, sequence-to-sequence models, and so on. All this helps set the stage for the inflection point we are at today. We recently brought these two teams together into a single unit, Google DeepMind. Using the computational resources of Google, they are focused on building more capable systems safely and responsibly. This includes our next generation foundation model, Gemini, which is still in training. Gemini was created from the ground up to be multimodal, highly efficient at tool and API integrations, and built to enable future innovations like memory and planning. While still early, we are already seeing impressive multimodal capabilities not seen in prior models. Once fine-tuned and rigorously tested for safety, Gemini will be available at various sizes and capabilities, just like Palm 2. As we invest in more advanced models, we are also deeply investing in AI responsibility. This includes having the tools to identify synthetically generated content whenever you encounter it. Two important approaches are watermarking and metadata. Watermarking embeds information directly into content in ways that are maintained even through modest image editing. Moving forward, we are building our models to include watermarking and other techniques from the start. If you look at the synthetic image, it's impressive how real it looks. So you can imagine how important this is going to be in the future. Metadata allows content creators to associate additional context with original files, giving you more information whenever you encounter an image. We'll ensure every one of our AI-generated images has that metadata. James will talk about our responsible approach to AI later. As models get better and more capable, one of the most exciting opportunities is making them available for people to engage with directly. That's the opportunity we have at Bard, our experiment for conversational AI. We are rapidly evolving Bard. It now supports a wide range of programming capabilities, and it's gotten much smarter at reasoning and math prompts. And as of today, it is now fully running on Palm 2. To share more about what's coming, let me turn it over to Sissy.
Thanks, Sundar. Large language models have captured the world's imagination, changing how we think about the future of computing. We launched Bard as a limited access experiment on a lightweight large language model to get feedback and iterate. And since then, the team has been working hard to make rapid improvements and launch them quickly. With Palm 2, Bard's math, logic, and reasoning skills made a huge leap forward, underpinning its ability to help developers with programming. Bard can now collaborate on tasks like code generation, debugging, and explaining code snippets. Bard has already learned more than 20 programming languages, including C++, Go, JavaScript, Python, Kotlin, and even Google Sheets functions. And we're thrilled to see that coding has quickly become one of the most popular things that people are doing with Bard. So let's take a look at an example. I've recently been learning chess, and for fun, I thought I'd see if I can program a move in Python. How would I use Python to generate the scholar's mate move in chess? Okay, here Bard created a script to recreate this chess move in Python. And notice how it also formatted the code nicely, making it easy to read. We've also heard great feedback from developers about how Bard provides code citations. And starting next week, you'll notice something right here. We're making code citations even more precise. If Bard brings in a block of code, just click this annotation, and Bard will underline the block and link to the source. Now, Bard can also help me understand the code. Could you tell me what chess.board does in this code? Now, this is a super helpful explanation of what it's doing and makes things more clear. All right, let's see if we can make this code a little better. How would I improve this code? Okay, let's see. There's a list comprehension, creating a function, and using a generator. Those are some great suggestions. Now, could you join them into one single Python code block? Okay, now Bart is rebuilding the code with these improvements. Okay, great. How easy was that? And in a couple clicks, I can move this directly into Colab. Developers love the ability to bring code from Bard into their workflow, like to Colab. So coming soon, we're adding the ability to export and run code with our partner Replit, starting with Python. We've also heard that you want dark theme, so starting today, you can activate it. You can activate it right in Bard or let it follow your OS settings. And speaking of exporting things, people often ask Bard for a head start drafting emails and documents. So today, we are launching 2 more export actions, making it easy to move Bard's responses right into Gmail and Docs. So we're excited by how quickly Bard and the underlying models are improving, but we're not stopping there. We want to bring more capabilities to Bard to fuel your curiosity and imagination. And so I'm excited to announce that tools are coming to Bard. As you collaborate with Bard, you'll be able to tap into services from Google and extensions with partners to let you do things never before possible. And of course, we'll approach this responsibly in a secure and private way, letting you always stay in control. We're starting with some of the Google apps that people love and use every day. It's incredible what Bard can already do with text, but images are such a fundamental part of how we learn and express. So in the next few weeks, Bard will become more visual, both in its responses and your prompts. So if you ask, what are some must-see sites in New Orleans? Bard's going to use Google search and the knowledge graph to find the most relevant images. Okay, here we go. The French Quarter, the Garden District. These images are really giving me a much better sense of what I'm exploring. We'll also make it easy for you to prompt Bard with images, giving you even more ways to explore and create. People love Google Lens, and in the coming months, we're bringing in the powers of Lens to Bard. So, so if you're looking to have some fun with your fur babies, you might upload an image and ask Bard to write a funny caption about these two. Now, Lens detects that this is a photo of a goofy German Shepherd and a golden retriever, and then Bard uses that to create some funny captions. If you ask me, I think they're both good boys. Okay, now let's do another one. Imagine I'm 18 and I need to apply to college. I won't date myself with how long it's been, but it's still an overwhelming process. So I'm thinking about colleges, but I'm not sure what I want to focus on. I'm into video games, and what kinds of programs might be interesting? Okay, this is a helpful head start. Animation looks pretty interesting. Now I could ask, help me find colleges with animation programs in Pennsylvania. Okay, great, that's a good list of schools. Now to see where these are, I might now say, show these on a map. Here, Bard's going to use Google Maps to visualize where the schools are. This is super helpful, and it's exciting to see that there's plenty of options not too far from home. Now let's start organizing things a bit. Show these options as a table. Nice. Structured and organized, but there's more I want to know. Add a column showing whether they're public or private schools. Perfect. This is a great start to build on. And now let's move this to Google Sheets so my family can jump in later to help me with my search. You can see how easy it will be to get a jump start in Bard and quickly have something useful to move over to apps like Docs or Sheets to build on with others. Okay, now that's a taste of what's possible when Bard meets some of Google's apps, but that's just the start. Bard will be able to tap into all kinds of services from across the web with extensions from incredible partners like Instacart, Indeed, Khan Academy, and many more. So here's a look at one coming in the next couple months. With Adobe Firefly, you'll be able to generate completely new images from your imagination right in Bard. Now, let's say I'm planning a birthday party for my 7-year-old who loves unicorns. I want a fun image to send out with the invitations. Make an image of a unicorn and a cake at a kid's party. Okay, now Bard is working with Firefly to bring what I imagined to life. How amazing is that? This will unlock all kinds of ways that you can take your creativity further and faster. And we are so excited for this partnership. Bard continues to rapidly improve and learn new abilities. And we want to let people around the world try it out and share their feedback. So today, we are removing the waitlist and opening up Bard to over 180 countries and territories. With more coming soon. And in addition to becoming available in more places, Bard is also becoming available in more languages. Beyond English, starting today, you'll be able to talk to Bard in Japanese and Korean. Adding languages responsibly involves deep work to get things like quality and local nuances right. And we're pleased to share that we're on track to support 40 languages soon. It's amazing to see the rate of progress so far. More advanced models, so many new capabilities, and the ability for even more people to collaborate with Bard. And when we're ready to move Bard to our Gemini model, I'm really excited about more advancements to come. So that's where we're going with Bard, connecting tools from Google and amazing services across the web to help you do and create anything you can imagine through a fluid collaboration with our most capable large language models. There's so much to share in the days ahead. And now, to hear more about how large language models are enabling next generation productivity features right in Workspace, I'll hand it over to Aparna.
From the very beginning, Workspace was built to allow you to collaborate in real time with other people. Now, you can collaborate in real time with AI. AI can act as a coach, a thought partner, a source of inspiration, as well as a productivity booster across all of the apps of Workspace. Our first steps with AI as a collaborator were via the Help Me Write feature in Gmail and Docs, which launched to trusted testers in March. We've been truly blown away by the clever and creative ways these features are being used, from writing essays, sales pitches, project plans, client outreach, and so much more. Since then, we've been busy expanding these helpful features across more surfaces. Let me show you a few examples. One of our most popular use cases is the trusty job description. Every business, big or small, needs to hire people. A good job description can make all the difference. Here's how Docs has been helping. Say you run a fashion boutique and need to hire a textile designer. To get started, you enter just a few words as a prompt. Senior level job description for textile designer. Docs will take that prompt, send it to our PaLM2-based model, and let's see what I got back. Not bad. With just 7 words, the model came back with a good starting point written out really nicely for me. Now you can take that and customize it for the kind of experience, education, and skill set that this role needs, saving you a ton of time and effort. Next. Let me show you how you can get more organized with Sheets. Imagine you run a dog walking business and need to keep track of things like your clients, logistics about the dogs, like what time they need to be walked, for how long, etc. Sheets can help you get organized. In a new sheet, simply type something like client and pet roster for a dog walking business with rates and hit create. Sheet sends this input to a fine-tuned model that we've been training with all sorts of Sheet-specific use cases. Look at that. The model figured out what you might need. The generated table has things like the dog's name, client info, notes, etc. This is a good start for you to tinker with. Sheets made it easy for you to get started, so you can go back to doing what you love. Speaking of getting back to things you love, let's talk about Google Slides. People use slides for storytelling all the time, whether at work or in their personal lives. For example, you get your extended family to collect anecdotes, haikus, jokes for your parents' 50th wedding anniversary in a slide deck. Everyone does their bit, but maybe this deck could have more pizzazz. Let's pick one of the slides and use the poem on there as a prompt for image generation. Mom loves her pizza, cheesy and true, while Dad's favorite treat is a warm pot of fondue. Let's hit create and see what it comes up with. Behind the scenes, that quote is sent as an input to our text-to-image models, and we know it's unlikely that the user will be happy with just one option, so we generate about 6 to 8 images so that you have the ability to choose and refine. Whoa, I have some oddly delicious-looking fondue pizza images. Now, this style's a little too cartoony for me, so I'm going to ask it to try again. Let's change the style to photography and give it a whirl. Just as weird, but it works for me. You can have endless fun with this, with no limits on cheesiness or creativity. Starting next month, trusted testers will be able to try this and 6 more generative AI features across Workspace. And later this year, all of this will be generally available to business and consumer Workspace users via a new service called Duet AI for Workspace. Stepping back a bit, I showed you a few powerful examples of how Workspace can help you get more done with just a few words as prompts. Prompts are a powerful way of collaborating with AI. The right prompt can unlock far more from these models. However, it can be daunting for many of us to even know where to start. Well, what if we could solve that for you? What if AI could proactively offer you prompts? Even better, what if these prompts were actually contextual and changed based on what you're working on? I am super excited to show you a preview of just that. This is how we see the future of collaboration with AI coming to life. Let's switch to a live demo so I can show you what I mean. Tony's here to help me with that. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Aparna.
So My niece Mira and I are working on a spooky story together for summer camp. We've already written a few paragraphs, but now we're stuck. Let's get some help. As you can see, we've launched a side panel, something the team fondly calls Sidekick. Sidekick instantly reads and processes the document and offers some really neat suggestions, along with an open prompt dialogue. If we look closely, we can see some of the suggestions, like what happened to the golden seashell? What are common mystery plot twists? Let's try the seashell option and see what it comes back with. Now, what's happening behind the scenes is that we've provided the entire document as context to the model, along with the suggested prompt, and let's see what we got back. The golden seashell was eaten by a giant squid that lives in the cove. This is a good start. Let's insert these as notes so that we can continue our little project. Now, one of the interesting observations we have is that it's actually easier to react to something, or perhaps use that to say, I want to go in a different direction. And this is exactly what AI can help with. I see a new suggestion on there for generating images. Let's see what this does. The story has a village, a golden seashell, and other details. And instead of having to type all of that out, the model picks up these details from the document and generates images. These are some cool pictures, and I bet my niece will love these. Let's insert them into the doc for fun. Thank you, Tony. I'm going to walk you through some more examples, and this will help you see why this powerful new contextual collaboration is such a remarkable boost to productivity and creativity. Say you're writing to your neighbors about an upcoming potluck. Now, as you can see, Sidekick has summarized what this conversation is about. Last year, everyone brought hummus. Who doesn't love hummus? But this year, you want a little more variety. Let's see what people signed up to bring. Now, somewhere in this thread is a Google Sheet where you've collected that information. You can get some help by typing, write a note about the main dishes people are bringing, and let's see what we get back. Go. Awesome. It found the right sheet and cited the source in the Found In section, giving you confidence that this is not made up. Looks good. You can insert it directly into your email. Let's end with an example of how this can help you at work. Say you're about to give an important presentation, and you've been so focused on the content that you forgot to prepare speaker notes. The presentation is in an hour. Uh-oh. No need to panic. Look at what one of the suggestions is. Create speaker notes for each slide. Let's see what happens. What happened behind the scenes here is that the presentation and other relevant context was sent to the model to help create these notes. And once you've reviewed them, you can hit Insert and edit the notes to convey what you intended. So you can now deliver the presentation without worrying about the notes. As you can see, we've been having a ton of fun playing with this. We can see the true potential of AI as a collaborator, and we'll be bringing this experience to Duet AI for Workspace. With that, I'll hand it back to Sundar.
Thanks, Aparna. It's exciting to see all the innovation coming to Google Workspace. As AI continues to improve rapidly, we are focused on giving helpful features to our users. And starting today, we are giving you a new way to preview some of the experiences across Workspace and other products. It's called Labs. I say new, but Google has a long history of bringing Labs, and we've made it available throughout our history as well. You can check it out at google.com/labs. Next up, we're going to talk about search. Search has been our founding product from our earliest days. And we've always approached it placing user trust above everything else. To give you a sense of how we are bringing generative AI in search, I'm going to invite Kathy onto the stage. Kathy?
Thanks, Sundar. You know, I've been working in search for many years, and what inspires me so much is how it continues to be an unsolved problem. And that's why I'm just so excited by the potential of bringing generative AI into search. Let's give it a whirl. So let's start with a search for what's better for a family with kids under 3 and a dog, Bryce Canyon or Arches. Now, although this is the question that you have, you probably wouldn't ask it in this way today. You'd break it down into smaller ones, sift through the information, and then piece things together yourself. Now, search does the heavy lifting for you. What you see here looks pretty different, so let me first give you a quick tour. You'll notice a new integrated search results page, so you can get even more out of a single search. There's an AI-powered snapshot that quickly gives you the lay of the land on a topic. And so here you can see that while both parks are kid-friendly, only Bryce Canyon has more options for your furry friend. Then, if you want to dig deeper, there are links included in the snapshot. You can also click to expand your view, and you'll see how the information is corroborated. So you can check out more details and really explore the richness of the topic. This new experience builds on Google's ranking and safety systems that we've been fine-tuning for decades. And search will continue to be your jumping-off point to what makes the web so special. Its diverse range of content, from publishers to creators, businesses, and even people like you and me. So you can check out recommendations from experts like the National Park Service and learn from authentic first-hand experiences like the Mom Trotter blog. Because even in a world where AI can provide insights, we know that people will always value the input of other people, and a thriving web is essential to that. These new generative AI capabilities will make search smarter and searching simpler. And as you've seen, this is really especially helpful when you need to make sense of something complex with multiple angles to explore. You know, those times when even your question has questions. So, for example, let's say you're searching for a good bike for a 5-mile commute with hills. This can be a big purchase, so you want to do your research. In the AI-powered snapshot, you'll see important considerations like motor and battery for taking on those hills, and suspension for a comfortable ride. Right below that, you'll see products that fit the bill, each with images, reviews, helpful descriptions, and current pricing. This is built on Google's shopping graph, the world's most comprehensive data set of constantly changing products, sellers, brands, reviews, and inventory out there, with over 35 billion listings. In fact, there are 1.8 billion live updates to our shopping graph every hour. So you can shop with confidence in this new experience, knowing that you'll get fresh, relevant results. And for commercial queries like this, we also know that ads can be especially helpful to connect people with useful information and help businesses get discovered online. They're here, clearly labeled, and we're exploring different ways to integrate them as we roll out new experiences in search. And now that you've done some research, you might want to explore more. So right under the snapshot, you'll see the option to ask a follow-up question or select a suggested next step. Tapping any of these options will bring you into our brand new conversational mode. In this case, maybe you want to ask a follow-up about e-bikes. So you look for one in your favorite color, red. And without having to go back to square one, Google search understands your full intent and that you're looking specifically for e-bikes in red that would be good for a 5-mile commute with hills. And even when you're in this conversational mode, it's an integrated experience. So you can simply scroll to see other search results. Now, maybe this e-bike seems to be a good fit for your commute. With just a click, you're able to see a variety of retailers that have it in stock and some that offer free delivery or returns. You'll also see current prices, including deals, and can seamlessly go to a merchant's site, check out, and turn your attention to what really matters, getting ready to ride. These new generative AI capabilities also unlock a whole new category of experiences on search. It could help you create a clever name for your cycling club, craft the perfect social post to show off your new wheels, or even test your knowledge on bicycle hand signals. These are things you may never have thought to ask search for before. Shopping is just one example of where this can be helpful. Let's walk through another one in a live demo. What do you say? Yeah. So special shout out to my 3-year-old daughter who is obsessed with whales. I wanted to teach her about whale song. So let me go to the Google app and ask, why do whales like to sing? And so here I see a snapshot that organizes the web results and gets me to key things I want to know. So I can understand quickly that, oh, they sing for a lot of different reasons, like to communicate with other whales, but also to find food. And I can click see more to expand here as well. Now, if I was actually with my daughter and not on stage in front of thousands of people, I'd be checking out some of these web results right now. They look pretty good. Now, I'm thinking she'd get a kick out of seeing one up close. So let me ask, can I see whales in California? And so the LLMs right now are working behind the scenes to generate my snapshot, distilling insights and perspectives from across the web. It looks like in Northern California, I can see humpbacks around this time of year. That's cool. I'll have to plan to take her on a trip soon. And again, I can see some really great results from across the web. And if I want to refer to the results of my previous question, I can just scroll right up. Now, she's got a birthday coming up, so I can follow up with plush ones for kids under $40. Again, the LLMs are organizing this information for me, and this process will get faster over time. These seem like some great options. I think she'll really like the second one. She's into orcas as well. Phew, live demos are always a little nerve-wracking. I'm really glad that one went whale. What you've seen today is just a first look at how we're experimenting with generative AI in search. And we're excited to keep improving with your feedback through our Search Labs program. This new search generative experience, also known as SGE, will be available in labs, along with some other experiments, and they'll be rolling out in the coming weeks. If you're in the US, you can join the waitlist today by tapping the labs icon in the latest version of the Google app or Chrome desktop. This new experience really reflects the beginning of a new chapter, and you can think of this evolution as search supercharged. Search has been at the core of our timeless mission for 25 years. And as we build for the future, we're so excited for you to turn to Google for things you never dreamed it could. Here's an early look at what's to come for AI in search.
I'ma make 'em talk like, whoa, move fast, move slow, catch me on a roll, come say hello, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yes, yes, yes.
Come say hello, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
You got this. Let's go.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? And the answer is
Yes.
no.
Yes.
No.
I'ma make 'em talk like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'ma make 'em talk like.
I'ma make 'em talk like, whoa.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? I think it's more like a taco because the bread goes around it. Comes from the expert viewpoint of a vegetarian. Right. Thanks, Kathy. So exciting to see how we are evolving search and look forward to building it with you all. So far today, we have shared how AI can help unlock creativity, productivity, and knowledge. As you can see, AI is not only a powerful enabler, it's also a big platform shift. Every business and organization is thinking about how to drive transformation. That's why we are focused on making it easy and scalable for others to innovate with AI. That means providing the most advanced computing infrastructure, including state-of-the-art TPUs and GPUs, and expanding access to Google's latest foundation models that have been rigorously tested in our own products. We are also working to provide world-class tooling so customers can train, fine-tune, and run their own models with enterprise-grade safety, security, and privacy. To tell you more about how we are doing this with Google Cloud, please welcome Thomas.
All of the investments you've heard about today are also coming to businesses. So whether you're an individual developer or a full-scale enterprise, Google is using the power of AI to transform the way you work. There are already thousands of companies using our generative AI platform to create amazing content, to synthesize and organize information, to automate processes, and to build incredible customer experiences. And yes, each and every one of you can too. There are 3 ways Google Cloud can help you take advantage of the massive opportunity in front of you. First, you can build generative applications using our AI platform, Vertex AI. With Vertex, You can access foundation models for chat, text, and image. You just select the model you want to use, create prompts to tune the model, and you can even fine-tune the model's weights on your own dedicated compute clusters. To help you retrieve fresh and factual information from your company's databases, your corporate internet, your website, and enterprise applications, we offer enterprise search. Our AI platform is so compelling for businesses because it guarantees the privacy of your data. With both Vertex and enterprise search, you have sole control of your data and the costs of using generative AI models. In other words, your data is your data and no one else's. You can also choose the best model for your specific needs across many sizes that have been optimized for cost, latency, and quality. Many leading companies are using our generative AI technologies to build super cool applications, and we've all been blown away by what they're doing. Let's hear from a few of them.
The unique thing about Google Cloud is the expansive offering.
The Google partnership has taught us to lean in, to iterate, to test and learn, and have the courage to fail fast where we need to.
But also, Google's a really AI-centric company, and so there's a lot for us to learn directly from the engineering team.
Now, with generative AI, we can have a much smarter conversations with our customers.
We have been really enjoying taking the latest and greatest technology and making that accessible to our entire community.
Getting early access to Vertex APIs opens a lot of doors for us to be most efficient and productive in the way we create experiences for Uber customers.
The act of making software is really suddenly opened up to everyone. Now you can talk to the AI on the Replit app and tell it, make me a work app program. And with one click, we can deploy it to a Google Cloud VM, and you have an app that you just talked into existence.
We have an extraordinarily exciting feature in the pipeline. It's called Magic Video, and it enables you to take your videos and images and with just a couple of clicks, turn that into a cohesive story. It is powered by Google's Palm technology, and it truly empowers everyone to be able to create a video with absolute ease.
Folks come to a Wendy's, and a lot of times they use some of our acronyms. The Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, they'll come in and give me a JBC. You know, we need to understand what that really means, and voice AI can help make sure that order is accurate every single time.
Generative AI can be incorporated in all the business processes Deutsche Bank is running.
The partnership with Google has inspired us to leverage technology to truly transform the whole restaurant experience.
There is no limitations.
There's no other way to describe it. We're just living in the future.
We're also doing this with partners like Character AI. We provide Character with the world's most performant and cost-efficient infrastructure for training and serving the models. By combining its own AI capabilities with those of Google Cloud, consumers can create their own deeply personalized characters and interact with them. We're also partnering with Salesforce to integrate Google Cloud's AI models and BigQuery with their Data Cloud and Einstein, their AI-infused CRM assistant. In fact, we're working with many other incredible partners, including consultancies, software as a service leaders, consumer internet companies, and many more, to build remarkable experiences with our AI technologies. In addition to Palm 2, we're excited to introduce 3 new models in Vertex, including Imagine, which powers image generation, editing, and customization from text inputs. Cody, for code completion and generation, which you can train on your own code base. to help you build applications faster. And Chirp, our universal speech model, which brings speech-to-text accuracy for over 300 languages. We're also introducing reinforcement learning from human feedback into Vertex AI. You can fine-tune pre-trained models by incorporating human feedback to further improve the model's results. You can also fine-tune a model on domain or industry-specific data, as we have with SecPalm and MedPalm, so they become even more powerful. All of these features are now in preview, and I encourage each and every one of you to try them. The second way we're helping you take advantage of this opportunity is by introducing Duet AI for Google Cloud. Earlier, Aparna told you about Duet AI for Google Workspace and how it is an always-on AI collaborator to help people get things done. Well, the same thing is true with Duet AI for Google Cloud, which serves as an AI expert pair programmer. Duet uses generative AI to provide developers assistance, wherever you need it, within the IDE, the Cloud Console, or directly within chat. It can provide you contextual code completion, offer suggestions tuned to your code base, and generate entire functions in real time. It can even assist you with code reviews and code inspection. Hen will show you more in the developer keynote. The third way we're helping you seize this moment is by building all of these capabilities on our AI-optimized infrastructure. This infrastructure makes large-scale training workloads up to 80% faster and up to 50% cheaper compared to any alternatives out there. Look, when you nearly double performance, for less than half the cost, amazing things happen. Today, we're excited to announce a new addition to this infrastructure family, the A3 virtual machines, based on NVIDIA's latest H100 GPUs. We provide the widest choice of compute options for leading AI companies like Anthropic and Midjourney to build their future on Google Cloud. And yes, there's so much more to come. Next, Josh is here to show you exactly how we're making it easy and scalable for every developer to innovate with AI and Palm 2.
Thanks, Thomas. Our work is enabling businesses, and it's also empowering developers. Palm 2, our most capable language model that Sundar talked about, powers the Palm API. Since March, we've been running a private preview with our Palm API, and it's been amazing to see how quickly developers have used it in their applications. Like Chapter, who are generating stories so you can choose your own adventure, forever changing story time. Or Game On Technology, a company that makes chat apps for sports fans and retail brands to connect with their audiences. And there's also Wendy's. They're using the Palm API to help customers place that correct order for the junior bacon cheeseburger they talked about in their Talk to Menu feature. But I'm most excited about the response we've gotten from the developer tools community. Developers want choice when it comes to language models, and we're working with leading developer tools companies like LangChain, Chroma, and many more to support the Palm API. We've also integrated it into Google developer tools like Firebase and Colab. You can hear a lot more about the Palm API in the developer keynote and sign up today. Now, to show you just how powerful the Palm API is, I want to share one concept that 5 engineers at Google put together over the last few weeks. The idea is called Project Tailwind, and we think of it as an AI-first notebook that helps you learn faster. Like a real notebook, your notes and your sources power Tailwind. How it works is you can simply pick the files from Google Drive, and it effectively creates a personalized and private AI model that has expertise in the information that you give it. We've been developing this idea with authors like Stephen Johnson and testing it at universities like Arizona State and the University of Oklahoma, where I went to school. Do you want to see how it works? Let's do a live demo. Now imagine that I'm a student taking a computer science history class. I'll open up Tailwind, and I can quickly see in Google Drive all my different notes and assignments and readings. I can insert them. And what will happen when Tailwind loads up is you can see my different notes and articles on the side. Here they are in the middle. And it instantly creates a study guide on the right to give me bearings. You can see it's pulling out key concepts and questions grounded in the materials that I've given it. Now, I can come over here and quickly change it to go across all the different sources and type something like create glossary for Hopper. And what's going to happen behind the scenes is it'll automatically compile a glossary associated with all the different notes and articles relating to Grace Hopper, the computer science history pioneer. Look at this, Flowmatic, COBOL, compiler, all created based on my notes. Now let's try one more. I'm going to try something else called different viewpoints on Dynabook. So the Dynabook, this was a concept from Alan Kay. Again, Tailwind, going out, finding all the different things. You can see how quick it comes back. There it is. And what's interesting here is it's helping me think through the concept. So it's giving me different viewpoints. It was a visionary product. It was a missed opportunity. But my favorite part is it shows its work. You can see the citations here. When I hover over, here's something from my class notes. Here's something from an article the teacher assigned. It's all right here, grounded in my sources. Now, Project Tailwind is still in its early days, but we've had so much fun making this prototype, and we realized it's not just for students. It's helpful for anyone synthesizing information from many different sources that you choose, like writers researching an article, or analysts going through earnings calls, or even lawyers preparing for a case. Imagine collaborating with an AI that's grounded in what you've read in all of your notes. We want to make it available to try it out if you want to see it. There's a lot more you can do with Palm 2, and we can't wait to see what you build using the Palm API. Generative AI is a responsible approach. So let me hand it over to James to share more. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm James. In addition to research, I lead a new area at Google called Hi, everyone. I'm James. In addition to research, I lead immense potential that it has for people and society everywhere. We must also acknowledge that it's an emerging technology that is still being developed, and there's still so much more to do. Earlier, you heard Sundar say that our approach to AI must be both bold and responsible. While there's a natural tension between the two, we believe it's not only possible, but in fact critical to embrace that tension productively. The only way is to be responsible, embrace that tension productively. The only way to be truly bold in the long term is to be responsible from the start. Our field-defining research is helping scientists make bold advances in many scientific fields, including medical breakthroughs. Take, for example, Google DeepMind's AlphaFold, which can accurately predict the 3D shapes of 200 million proteins. That's nearly all the catalog proteins known to science. AlphaFold gave us the equivalent of nearly 400 million years of progress in just weeks. So far, more than 1 million researchers around the world have used AlphaFold's predictions, including Feng Xiang's pioneering lab at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard. Yeah. In fact, in March this year, Zhang and his colleagues at MIT announced that they'd used AlphaFold to develop a novel molecular syringe, which could deliver drugs to help improve the effectiveness of treatments for diseases like cancer. And while it's exhilarating to see such bold and beneficial breakthroughs, AI also has the potential to worsen existing societal challenges like unfair bias, as well as pose new challenges as it becomes more advanced and new uses emerge. That's why we believe it's imperative to take a responsible approach to AI. This work centers around our AI principles that we first established in 2018. These principles guide product development, and they help us assess every AI application. They prompt questions like, will it be socially beneficial? Or could it lead to harm in any way? One area that is top of mind for us is misinformation. Generative AI makes it easier than ever to create new content, but it also raises additional questions about its trustworthiness. That's why we're developing and providing people with tools to evaluate online information. For example, have you come across a photo on a website or one shared by a friend with very little context, like this one of the moon landing, and found yourself wondering, is this reliable? I have, and I'm sure many of you have as well. In the coming months, we're adding 2 new ways for people to evaluate images. First, with our About This Image tool in Google Search, you'll be able to see important information such as when and where similar images may have first appeared, where else the image has been seen online, including news, fact-checking, and social sites. All this providing you with helpful context to determine if it's reliable. Later this year, you'll also be able to use it if you search for an image or screenshot using Google Lens, or when you're on websites in Chrome. As we begin to roll out the generative image capabilities, like Sundar mentioned, we will ensure that every one of our AI-generated images has metadata, a markup in the original file to give you context if you come across it outside of our platforms. Not only that, creators and publishers will be able to add similar metadata, so you'll be able to see a label in images in Google Search marking them as AI-generated. As we apply our AI principles, we also start to see potential tensions when it comes to being bold and responsible. Here's an example. Universal Translator is an experimental AI video dubbing service that helps experts translate a speaker's voice while also matching their lip movements. Let me show you how it works with an online college course created in partnership with Arizona State University.
What many college students don't realize is that knowing when to ask for help and then following through on using helpful resources is actually a hallmark of becoming a productive adult.
Muchos universitarios no comprenden que saber cuándo pedir ayuda y usar recursos útiles es en realidad una clave para convertirse en un adulto productivo.
We use next generation translation models to translate what the speaker is saying, models to replicate the style and the tone, and then match the speaker's lip movements. Then we bring it all together. This is an enormous step forward for learning comprehension, and we're seeing promising results with course completion rates. But there's an inherent tension here. You can see how this can be incredibly beneficial, but some of the same underlying technology could be misused by bad actors to create deep fakes. So we've built this service with guardrails to help prevent misuse, and we make it accessible only to authorized partners. And as Sundar mentioned, soon we'll be integrating new innovations in watermarking into our latest generative models to also help with the challenge of misinformation. Our AI principles also help guide us on what not to do. For instance, years ago, we were the first major company to decide not to make a general purpose facial recognition API commercially available. We felt there weren't adequate safeguards in place. Another way we live up to our AI principles is with innovations to tackle challenges as they emerge, like reducing the risk of problematic outputs that may be generated by our models. We are one of the first in the industry to develop and launch automated adversarial testing using large language model technology. We do this for queries like this, to help uncover and reduce inaccurate outputs like the one on the left and make them better like the one on the right. We're doing this at a scale that's never been done before at Google, significantly improving the speed, quality, and coverage of testing, allowing safety experts to focus on the most difficult cases. And we're sharing these innovations with others. For example, our Perspective API, originally created to help publishers mitigate toxicity, is now being used in large language models. Academic researchers have used our Perspective API to create an industry evaluation standard. And today, all significant large language models, including those from OpenAI and Anthropic, incorporate this standard to evaluate toxicity generated by their own models. Building AI responsibly must be a collective effort involving researchers, social scientists, industry experts, governments, and everyday people, as well as creators and publishers. Everyone benefits from a vibrant content ecosystem today and in the future. That's why we're getting feedback, and we'll be working with the web community on ways to give publishers choice and control over their web content. It's such an exciting time. There's so much we're going to accomplish and so much we must get right together. We look forward to working with all of you. And now I'll hand it off to Samir, who will speak to you about all the exciting developments we're bringing to Android. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be back at Google I/O. As you've heard today, our bold and responsible approach to AI can unlock people's creativity and potential. But how can all this helpfulness reach as many people as possible? At Google, our computing platforms and hardware products have been integral to that mission. From the beginning of Android, we believed that an open OS would enable a whole ecosystem, and bring smartphones to everyone. And as we all add more devices to our lives, like tablets, TVs, cars, and more, this openness creates the freedom to choose the devices that work best for you. With more than 3 billion Android devices, we've now seen the benefits of using AI to improve experiences at scale. For example, this past year, Android used AI models to protect users from more than 100 billion suspected spam messages and calls. We can all agree that's pretty useful. There are so many opportunities where AI can just make things better. Today, we'll talk about 2 big ways Android is bringing that benefit of computing to everyone. First, continuing to connect you to the most complete ecosystem of devices, where everything works better together. And second, using AI to make the things you love about Android even better, starting with customization and expression. Let's begin by talking about Android's ecosystem of devices, starting with 2 of the most important, tablets and watches. Over the last 2 years, we've redesigned the experience on large screens, including tablets and foldables. We introduced a new system for multitasking that makes it so much easier to take advantage of all that extra screen real estate and seamlessly move between apps. We've made huge investments to optimize more than 50 Google apps, including Gmail, Photos, and Meet. And we're working closely with partners such as Minecraft, Spotify, and Disney Plus to build beautiful experiences that feel intuitive on larger screens. People are falling in love with Android tablets, and there are more great devices to pick from than ever. Stay tuned for our hardware announcements, where you just might see some of the awesome new features we're building for tablets in action. It's really exciting to see the momentum in smart watches as well. Wear OS is now the fastest growing watch platform, just 2 years after launching Wear OS 3 with Samsung. A top ask from fans has been for more native messaging apps on the watch. I'm excited to share that WhatsApp is bringing their first ever watch app to Wear this summer. I'm really enjoying using WhatsApp on my wrist. I can start a new conversation, reply to messages by voice, and even take calls. I can't wait for you to try it. Our partnership on Wear OS with Samsung has been amazing, and I'm excited about our new Android collaboration on immersive XR. We'll share more later this year. Now, we all know that to get the best experience, all these devices need to work seamlessly together. It's got to be simple. That's why we built FastPair, which lets you easily connect more than 300 headphones, and why we have Nearby Share to easily move files between your phone, tablet, or Windows and Chrome OS computer, and Cast to make streaming video and audio to your devices ultra simple, with support from over 3,000 apps. It's great to have all your devices connected, but if you're anything like me, it can be hard to keep track of all this stuff. Just ask my family. I misplace my earbuds at least 3 times a day, which is why we're launching a major update to our Find My Device experience to support a wide range of devices in your life, including headphones, tablets, and more. It's powered by a network of billions of Android devices around the world. So if you leave your earbuds at the gym, other nearby Android devices can help you locate them. And for other important things in your life, like your bicycle or suitcase, Tile, Chipolo, and others will have tracker tags that work with the Find My Device network as well. Now, we took some time to really get this right because protecting your privacy and safety is vital. From the start, we designed the network in a privacy-preserving way, where location information is encrypted. No one else can tell where your devices are located, not even Google. This is also why we're introducing unknown tracker alerts. Your phone will tell you if an unrecognized tracking tag is moving with you and help you locate it. It's important these warnings work on your Android phone, but on other types of phones as well. That's why last week we published a new industry standard with Apple, outlining how unknown tracker alerts will work across all smartphones. Both the new Find My Device experience and unknown tracker alerts are coming later this summer. Now, we've talked a lot about connecting devices, but Android's also about connecting people. After all, phones were created for us to communicate with our friends and family. When you're texting in a group chat, you shouldn't have to worry about whether everyone is using the same type of phone. Sending high quality images and video, getting typing notifications, and end-to-end encryption should all just work. That's why we've worked with our partners on upgrading old SMS and MMS technology to a modern standard called RCS that makes all of this possible. And there are now over 800 million people with RCS. On our way to over 1 billion by the end of the year. We hope every mobile operating system gets the message and adopts RCS. So we can all hang out in the group chat together, no matter what device we're using. Whether it's connecting with your loved ones or connecting all of your devices, Android's complete ecosystem makes it easy. Another thing people love about Android is the ability to customize their devices and express themselves. Here's Dave to tell you how we're taking this to the next level with generative AI.
All right, thanks, Samir, and hello, everyone. So here's the thing. People want to express themselves in the products they use every day, from the clothes they wear, to the car they drive, to their surroundings at home. We believe the same should be true for your technology. Your phone should feel like it was made just for you. And that's why customization has always been at the core of the Android experience. This year, we're combining Android's guided customization with Google's advances in generative AI, so your phone can feel even more personal. So let me show you what this looks like. To start, messages and conversations can be so much more expressive, fun, and playful with Magic Compose. It's a new feature coming to Google Messages, powered by generative AI, that helps you add that extra spark of personality to your conversation. So just type your message like you normally would, and then choose how you want to sound. Magic Compose will do the rest, so your messages give off more positivity, more rhymes, more professionalism, or if you want, in the style of a certain playwright. To try or not to try this feature, that is the question. Now, we also have new personalizations coming to the OS layer. At Google I/O 2 years ago, we introduced Material You. It's a design system that combines user inspiration with dynamic color science for a fully personalized experience. We're continuing to expand on this in Android 14 with all new customization options coming to your lock screen. So now I can add my own personalized style to the lock screen clock, so it looks just the way I want. And what's more, with the new customizable lock screen shortcuts, I can instantly jump into my most frequent activities. Of course, what really makes your lock screen and home screen yours is the wallpaper. And it's the first thing that many of us set when we get a new phone. Now, emojis are such a fun and simple way of expressing yourself, so we thought, wouldn't it be cool to bring them to your wallpaper? So with emoji wallpapers, you choose your favorite combination of emoji, pick the perfect pattern, and then find just the right color to bring them all together. So let's take a look. And I'm not going to use the laptops. I'm going to use a phone. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go into the wallpaper picker. And I'm going to tap on the new option for emojis. And I'm feeling in a kind of, I don't know, zany mood with all you people looking at me. So I'm going to pick this guy and this guy. And let's see, who else is in here? This one looks pretty cool, like the 8-bit one. And obviously that one. Somebody said there was a duck on stage earlier. So let's go find a duck. Hello, duck. Where's the duck? Anyone see a duck? Where's the duck gone? There's a duck. All right, there he is. I got some ducks. OK, cool. And then pattern-wise, we got a bunch of different patterns you can pick. I'm going to pick mosaic. That's my favorite. I'm going to play with the zoom. Let's see, we'll get this just right. OK, I got enough ducks in there. OK, cool. And then colors, let's see. Ooh, that pops. Let's go with the more muted one. Or maybe that one. That one looks good. That looks good. I like that one. All right, select that, set the wallpaper, and then I go home. Looks pretty cool, huh? And the little emojis, they react when you tap them, which I find I find this unusually satisfying. And how much time have I got? Okay, no, okay, we'll move on. Okay, so of course, many of us like to use a favorite photo for our wallpaper. And so with the new cinematic wallpaper feature, you can create a stunning 3D image from any regular photo and then use it as your wallpaper. So let's take a look. So this time I'm going to go into my photos. And I really like this photo of my daughter. So let me select that. And you'll notice there's a sparkle icon at the top. So if I tap that, I get a new option for cinematic wallpaper. So let me activate that and then wait for it. Boom. OK. Now, under the hood, we're using an on-device convolutional neural network to estimate depth, and then a generative adversarial network for in-painting as the background moves. The result is a beautiful cinematic 3D photo. So then let me set the wallpaper, and then I'm going to return home. And check out the parallax effect as I tilt the device. It literally jumps off the screen. So both cinematic wallpapers and emoji wallpapers are coming first to Pixel devices next month. So let's say you don't have the perfect wallpaper photo handy, or you just want to have fun and create something new. With our new generative AI wallpapers, you choose what inspires you, and then we create a beautiful wallpaper to fit your vision. So let's take a look. So this time, I'm going to go and select Create a Wallpaper with AI. And I like classic art, so let me tap that. Now, you'll notice at the bottom, we use structured prompts to make it easier to create. So for example, I can pick, what am I going to do? City by the Bay in a post-impressionist style. Cool. And I tap Create Wallpaper. Nice. Now, behind the scenes, we're using Google's text-to-image diffusion models to generate completely new and original wallpapers. And I can swipe through and see all the different options that it's created. And some of these look really cool, right? So let me pick this one. I like this one. So I'll select that, set the wallpaper, and then return home. Cool. So now, out of the billions of Android phones in the world, no other phone will be quite like mine. And thanks to Material U, you can see that the system's color palette is automatically adapted to match the wallpaper I created. Generative AI wallpapers will be coming this fall. So from a thriving ecosystem of devices to AI-powered expression, there is so much going on right now in Android. OK, Rick is up next to show you how this Android innovation is coming to life in the Pixel family of devices. Thank you.
The pace of AI innovation over the past year has been astounding. As you heard Sundar talk about earlier, new advances are transforming everything from creativity and productivity to knowledge and learning. Now let's talk about what that innovation means for Pixel, which has been leading the way in AI-driven hardware experiences for years. Now, from the beginning, Pixel was conceived as an AI-first mobile computer, bringing together all the amazing breakthroughs across the company and putting them into a Google device you can hold in your hand. Other phones have AI features, but Pixel is the only phone with AI at the center. And I mean that literally. The Google Tensor G2 chip is custom designed to put Google's leading-edge AI research to work in our Pixel devices. By combining Tensor's on-device intelligence with Google's AI in the cloud, Pixel delivers truly personal AI. Your device adapts to your own needs and preferences, and it anticipates how it can help you save time and get more done. This personal AI enables all those helpful experiences that Pixel's known for that aren't available on any other mobile device, like Pixel Call Assist, which helps you avoid long hold times, navigate phone tree menus, ignore the calls you don't want, and get better sound quality on the calls you do want. Personal AI also enables helpful Pixel speech experiences. On-device machine learning translates different languages for you, transcribes conversations in real time, and understands how you talk and type. And you're protected with Pixel Safe, a collection of features that keep you safe online and in the real world. And of course, there's Pixel Camera. It understands faces, expressions, and skin tones to better depict you and the people you care about, so your photos will always look amazing. We're also constantly working to make Pixel Camera more inclusive and more accessible with features like real tone and guided frame. Pixel experiences continue to be completely unique in mobile computing. And that's because Pixel's the only phone engineered end-to-end by Google, and the only phone that combines Google Tensor, Android, and AI. With this combination of hardware and software, Pixel lets you experience all those incredible new AI-powered features you saw today in one place. For example, the new Magic Editor in Google Photos that Sundar showed you, it'll be available for early access to select Pixel phones later this year, opening up a whole new avenue of creativity with your photos. And Dave just showed you how Android's adding depth to how you can express yourself with generative AI wallpapers. And across Search, Workspace, and Bard, new features powered by large language models can spark your imagination, make big tasks more manageable, and help you find better answers to everyday questions, all from your Pixel device. We have so many more exciting developments in the space, and we can't wait to show you more in the coming months. Now, it's probably no surprise that as AI keeps getting more and more helpful, our Pixel portfolio keeps growing in popularity. Last year's Pixel devices are our most popular generation yet, with both users and respected reviewers and analysts. Our Pixel phones won multiple Phone of the Year awards. Yes, thank you. And in the premium smartphone category, Google is the fastest growing OEM in our markets. One of our more popular products is the Pixel A series, which delivers incredible. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It delivers incredible pixel performance in a very affordable device. And to continue the I/O tradition, let me show you the newest member of our A series. Today, we're completely upgrading everything you love about our A series with the gorgeous new Pixel 7a. Like all Pixel 7 series devices, Pixel 7a is powered by our flagship Google Tensor G2 chip, and it's paired with 8 GB of RAM, which ensures Pixel 7a delivers best-in-class performance and intelligence. And you're gonna love the camera. The 7a takes the crown from 6a as the highest rated camera in its class, with the biggest upgrade ever to our A series camera hardware, including a 72% bigger main camera sensor. Now here's the best part. Pixel 7a is available today, starting at $499. It's an unbeatable combination of design, performance, and photography, all at a great value. And you can check out the entire Pixel 7a lineup on the Google Store, including our exclusive coral color. Now, next up, we're going to show you how we're continuing to expand the Pixel portfolio into new form factors. Yeah. Like foldables and tablets. You can see them right there. It's a complete ecosystem of AI-powered devices engineered by Google. Here's Rose to show you what a larger screen Pixel can do for you.
Okay, let's talk tablets, which have been a little bit frustrating. It's always hard to know where they fit in, and they haven't really changed in the past 10 years. A lot of times they're sitting forgotten in the drawer, and that one moment you need it, it is out of battery. We believe tablets and large screens in general still have a lot of potential. So we set out to build something different, making big investments across Google Apps, Android, and Pixel to reimagine how large screens can deliver a more helpful experience. Pixel Tablet is the only tablet engineered by Google and designed specifically to be helpful in your hand and in the place they are used the most, the home. We designed the Pixel Tablet to uniquely deliver helpful Pixel experiences, and that starts with great hardware. A beautiful 11-inch high-resolution display with crisp audio from the 4 built-in speakers. A premium aluminum enclosure with a nano-ceramic coating that feels great in the hand and is cool to the touch. The world's best Android experience on a tablet powered by Google Tensor G2 for long-lasting battery life and cutting-edge personal AI. For example, with Tensor G2, we optimized the Pixel camera specifically for video calling. Tablets are fantastic video calling devices. And with Pixel Tablet, you are always in frame, in focus, and looking your best. The large screen makes Pixel Tablet the best Pixel device for editing photos with AI-powered tools like Magic Eraser and Photo Unblur. Now, typing on a tablet can be so frustrating. With Pixel Speech and Tensor G2, we have the best voice recognition, making voice typing nearly 3 times faster than tapping. And as Samir mentioned, we've been making huge investments to create great app experiences for larger screens, including more than 50 of our own apps. With Pixel Tablet, you are getting great tablet hardware with great tablet apps. but we saw an opportunity to make the tablet even more helpful in the home. So we engineered a first of its kind charging speaker dock. Woo! It gives the tablet a home. And now you never have to worry about it being charged. Pixel Tablet is always ready to help 24/7. When it's docked, the new hub mode turns Pixel Tablet into a beautiful digital photo frame, a powerful smart home controller, a voice-activated helper, and a shared entertainment device. It feels like a smart display, but has one huge advantage. With the ultra-fast fingerprint sensor, I can quickly unlock the device and get immediate access to all my favorite Android apps. So I can quickly find the recipe with Side Chef, or discover a new podcast on Spotify, or find something to watch with the tablet-optimized Google TV app. Your media is going to look and sound great with room-filling sound from the charging speaker dock. Pixel Tablet is also the ultimate way to control your smart home. And that starts with a new redesigned Google Home app. It looks great on Pixel Tablet, and it brings together over 80,000 supported smart home devices, including all of your Matter-enabled devices. We also made it really easy to access your smart home controls directly from hub mode. With the new home panel, any family member can quickly adjust the lights, lock the doors, or see if a package was delivered. Or if you're lazy like me, you can just use your voice. Now, we know that tablets are often shared. So a tablet for the home needs to support multiple users. Pixel Tablet makes switching between users super easy. So you get your own apps and your own content while maintaining your privacy. And my favorite part, it is so easy to move content between devices. Pixel Tablet is the first tablet with Chromecast built in. So with a few taps, I can easily cast some music or my favorite show from my phone to the tablet. And then I can just take the tablet off the dock and keep listening or watching all around the house. We designed a new type of case for Pixel Tablet that solves the pain of flimsy tablet cases. It has a built-in stand that provides continuous flexibility and is sturdy at all angles. So you can confidently use your tablet anywhere, on a plane, in bed, or in the kitchen. The case easily docks, you never have to take it off to charge. It's just another example of how we can make the tablet experience even more helpful. The new Pixel Tablet comes in 3 colors. It is available for pre-order today and ships next month, starting at just $4.99. And the best part, every Pixel Tablet comes bundled with the 129 charging speaker dock for free. It is truly the best tablet in your hand and in your home. To give you an idea just how helpful Pixel Tablet can be, we asked TV personality Michelle Buteau to put it to the test. Let's see how that went.
When Google asked me to spend the day with this tablet, I was a little apprehensive because I'm not a tech person. I don't know how things work all the time. But I'm a woman in STEM now. Some days I could barely find the floor, let alone a charger for something. So when the Google folks said something about a tablet that docks, I was like, okay then, Google, prove it. I'm on average 2 to 5 meetings a day. Today I got stuck on all these features, honey, the 360 of it all. The last time I was around this much sand, some of it got caught in my belly button and I had a pearl 2 weeks later. Look, there's a bird. So this is what I loved about my me time today. 6 shows just popped up based off of my preferences. And they were like, hey, girl. I would have made it funnier, but that was good. My husband is actually a photographer, so I have to rely on him to make everything nice and pretty. But now, I love this picture of me and my son, but there's a boom mic there. Look, it's right here. Do you see this one? Get this mic. You see that? Magic eraser, like a circle or brush. I'm gonna do both. Boom! How cute is that? And so I hope not only you guys are happy with me reviewing this, but that you'll also give me one. Because, I mean, you're getting tired, right? You're not? Okay. Because I am.
That's a pretty good first review. Now, tablets aren't the only large screen device we want to show you today. It's been really exciting to see foldables take off over the past few years. Android's driven so much innovation in this new form factor, and we see tremendous potential here. We've heard from our users that the Dream Foldable should have a versatile form factor, making it great to use both folded and unfolded. It should also have a flagship level camera system that truly takes advantage of the unique design. And an app experience that's fluid and seamless across both screens. Creating a foldable like that, it really means pushing the envelope with state-of-the-art technology. And that means an ultra-premium $17.99 device. Now, to get there, we've been working closely with our Android colleagues to create a new standard for foldable technology. Introducing Google Pixel Fold. It combines Tensor G2, Android innovation, and AI for an incredible phone that unfolds into an incredible compact tablet. It's the only foldable engineered by Google to adapt to how you want to use it, with a familiar front display that works great when it's folded, and when it's unfolded, it's our thinnest phone yet, and the thinnest foldable on the market. Now, to get there, we had to pack a flagship level phone into nearly half the thickness, which meant completely redesigning components like the telephoto lens and the battery and a lot more. So it can fold up and it can fit in your pocket and retain that familiar smartphone silhouette when it's in your hand. But Pixel Fold has 3 times the screen space of a normal phone. You unfold it and you're treated to an expansive 7.6-inch display that opens flat with a custom 180-degree fluid friction hinge. So you're getting the best of both worlds. It's a powerful smartphone when it's convenient, and an immersive tablet when you need one. And like every phone we make, Pixel Fold is built to last. We've extensively tested the hinge to be the most durable of any foldable. Corning Gorilla Glass Victus protects it from exterior scratches, while the IPX8 water-resistant design safeguards against the weather. And as you'd expect from a Pixel device, Pixel Fold gives you entirely new ways to take stunning photos and videos with Pixel Camera. You put the camera in tabletop mode to capture the stars. And you can get closer with the best zoom on a foldable. And use the best camera on the phone for your selfies. The unique combination of form factor, triple rear camera hardware, and personal AI with Tensor G2 make it the best foldable camera system. Now, there's so many experiences that feel even more natural with the Pixel Fold. One is the dual screen interpreter mode. Your Pixel Fold can use both displays. both displays. To provide a live translation to you and the person you're talking to. So it's really easy to connect across languages. Empowering all of this is Google Tensor G2. Pixel Fold has all the personal AI features you'd expect from a top-of-the-line Pixel device, including safety, speech, and call assist. Plus, it's got great performance for on-the-go multitasking and entertainment. And the entire foldable experience is built on Android. So let's get Dave back out here to show you the latest improvements to Android you'll get to experience on a Pixel Fold.
All right, thanks, Rick. From new form factors and customizability to biometrics and computational photography, Android has always been at the forefront of mobile industry breakthroughs. And recently, we've been working on a ton of features and improvements for large screen devices like tablets and foldables. So who thinks we should try a bunch of live demos on the new Pixel Fold? All right, let's do it. It starts the second I unfold the device with this stunning wallpaper animation. And the hinge sensor is actually driving the animation. And it's a subtle thing, but it makes the device feel so dynamic and alive. Yeah, I just love that. All right, so let's go back to the folded state. And I'm looking at Google Photos of a recent snowboarding trip. Now, the scenery is really beautiful. So I want to show you on the big screen. I just open my phone, and the video instantly expands into this gorgeous full-screen view. We call this feature continuity, and we've obsessed over every millisecond it takes for apps to seamlessly adapt from the small screen to the larger screen. Now, all work and no play makes Davey a dull boy. So I'm going to message my buddy about getting back out on the mountain. I can just swipe to bring up the new Android taskbar, then drag Google Messages to the side to enter split screen mode like so. And to inspire my buddy, I'm going to send them a photo, so I can just drag and drop from Google Photos right into my message like so. And thanks to the new Jetpack drag and drop library, this is now supported in a wide variety of apps, from Workspace to WhatsApp. You'll notice we've made a bunch of improvements throughout the OS to take advantage of the larger screen. So for example, here's the new split keyboard for faster typing. And if I pull down from the top, you'll notice the new two-panel shade showing both my notifications and my quick settings at the same time. Now, Pixel Fold is great for productivity on the go. And if I swipe up into Overview, you'll notice that we now keep the multitasking windows paired. And for example, I was working on a Google Docs and Slides earlier to prep for this keynote. And I think I've followed most of these tips so far, but I'm not quite done yet. I've been warned, by the way. Anyway, I can even adjust the split to suit the content that I'm viewing. And working this way, it's like having a dual monitor set up in the palm of my hand, allowing me to do two things at once. Which reminds me, I should probably send Rick a quick note. So I'll open Gmail. And I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to use the new Help Me Write feature. So let's try this out. Don't cheer yet. Let's see if it works. OK, Rick. Rick, congrats on, what are we going to call this? Pixel Fold launch. Amazing with Android. OK. And then I probably should say Dave, not Andrew, Android. Dave. It's hard to type with all you people looking at me. All right. Now, by the power of large language models, allow me to elaborate. Dear Rick, congratulations on the successful launch of Pixel Fold. I'm really impressed with the device and how well it integrates Android. The foldable screen is a game changer, and I can't wait to see what you do with it now. All right, that's productivity, but there's more. The Pixel Fold is also an awesome entertainment device, and YouTube is just a really great showcase for this. So let's start watching this video on the big screen. Now, look what happens when I fold the device at right angles. YouTube enters what we call tabletop mode. so that the video plays on the top half, and then we're working on adding playback controls to the bottom half for an awesome single-handed lean-back experience. And the video just keeps playing fluidly through these transitions without losing a beat. OK, one last thing. We're adding support for switching displays from within an app. And Pixel Fold's camera is a really great example of that. Now, by the way, say hi to Julie behind me. She's the real star of the show. So Pixel Fold has this new button on the bottom right. So I'm going to tap this, and it means I can move the viewfinder to the outside screen. So let me turn the device around. OK, so why is this interesting? Well, it means that the viewfinder is now beside the rear camera system. And that means I can get a high-quality, ultra-wide, amazing selfie with the best camera on the device. Speaking of which, and you knew where this was going, smile, everybody. You look awesome. Woo-hoo. I always wanted to do that at Google I/O keynote. All right. All right, so what you're seeing here is the culmination of several years of work, in fact, on large screens spanning the Android OS and the most popular apps on the Play Store. All this work comes alive on the amazing new Pixel tablet and Pixel Fold. Check out this video. Thank you.
They ain't never seen it like this. They ain't never seen it like this. This like this. This. Never seen it like this. This like this. They ain't never seen it like this.
That demo was awesome. Across Pixel and Android, we're making huge strides with large screen devices. And we can't wait to get Pixel Tablet and Pixel Fold into your hands. And you're not going to have to wait too long. You can pre-order Pixel Fold starting today, and it'll ship next month. And you'll get the most out of our first ultra premium foldable by pairing it with Pixel Watch. So when you pre-order Pixel Fold, you'll also get a Pixel Watch on us. The Pixel family continues to grow into the most dynamic mobile hardware portfolio in the market today. From a broad selection of smartphones to watches, earbuds, and now tablets and foldables, there are more ways than ever to experience the helpfulness Pixel's known for, wherever and whenever you need it. Now let me pass it back to Sundar. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Rick. I'm really enjoying the new tablet and the first Pixel foldable phone. And I'm proud of the progress Android is driving across the ecosystem. As we wrap up, I've been reflecting on the big technology shifts that we've all been a part of. The shift with AI is as big as they come. And that's why it's so important that we make AI helpful for everyone. We are approaching it boldly with a sense of excitement. Because as we look ahead, Google's deep understanding of information, combined with the capabilities of generative AI, can transform search and all of our products yet again. And we are doing this responsibly in a way that underscores the deep commitment we feel to get it right. No one company can do this alone. Our developer community will be key to unlocking the enormous opportunities ahead. We look forward to working together and building together. So on behalf of all of us at Google, thank you and enjoy the rest of I/O.
While that's a wrap on the Google keynote, we've got much more I/O content coming up. So before you take a break or grab a snack, you'll want to make sure you're right back here in just a few minutes.
That's right. I'm Craig, and she's Chloe, and we'll be showing off I/O Flip, a classic card game with an AI twist. We released the game yesterday to show you what's possible with generative AI and other Google tools like Flutter, Firebase, and Google Cloud. So come see how the game is played, or play along with us at home. For now, check out our new I/O Flip game trailer.
My heart is in the gutter hole. Fell too fast, about to lose control. Your love is like a tide roll. Line is thin, but I still want more. Whoa. Got me where you want me, didn't see it coming. Whoa. Telling myself to get up, get up, get up, get up. Run, 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 run away. Losing my mind, but racing every day.
My name is Iram. I'm an engineer at Google, and I've been working on Project Starline for a little over a year. Project Starline's mission is to bring people together and make them feel present with each other, even if physically they're miles apart. Our earlier prototype relied on several cameras and sensors to produce a live 3D image of the remote person. In our new prototype, we have developed a breakthrough AI technique that learns to create a person's 3D likeness and image using only a few standard cameras.
I'm Melanie Lowe, and I'm the Global Workplace Design Lead here at Salesforce. You know, you were so used to seeing a two-dimensional little, box, and then we're connecting like this. And that feeling of being in front of a person is now replicated in Starline.
I'm more than happy to be a part of the setup. So I was kind of curious about the collaboration. I was like, is this possible? You felt like someone was right there. Thanks for having me. Yeah, of course.
The first meeting I had on Starline, I said, wow, you've got blue eyes. And this is a person I'd been meeting with for a year. Just to see a person in 3D, it was really astounding.
His smile was the same smile, like exactly how when I first met him.
Oh, Elaine is in Atlanta, but actually it feels like she's sitting in front of me.
Starline is really about the person you're talking to. All the technology sort of falls by the wayside.
As a Black woman in tech, no matter what, I'm Black.
Think about all of the technologies that we use all the time and how few of them are designed from a headspace that considers an identity like mine, like Black people.
I provide material for Black artists to create authentic depictions of their own community.
You have to use your imagination. How do you build your own technology?
I want to challenge what people want and provide something new.
There's no way to change somebody's life more than to give them a good education. 7th Generation Games makes games and the tools to make them.
We started focused on closing the math gap in underserved communities. You talk about how do we get kids engaged, make it relevant, because it's really powerful when they see someone reflected the very first time on their device.
Music was always part of our life.
When I work on my previous job, I injured my back.
During his rehabilitation, he started his long walks and he wanted to listen to music.
I started to develop Equalizer app, and this is the story.
The app allows you to have your own music experience, to hear the music you like the way you like.
I started my career as a historian. Game developer was never a plan, but then games came to my life and I decided to combine history and entertainment to touch people's heart. Our first game, Arida, is influenced by a conflict that happened in Canudos, the backlands of Bahia in the 19th century. I think the game could be a good way to make this memorable for many generations.
You cannot imagine how liberated I feel, no longer being defined by my stuttering. It was only when I realized that with the right tools, with the right training, stuttering is something that I could control of a particular model. Access to speech therapy is a global problem, but it's particularly acute in the developing countries.
Straight away, we realized we need to code this into an app, and then maybe we can help other people as well.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Craig, and we're super excited to introduce you to IO Flip, a classic card game with a modern AI twist, powered by Google, built for IO, and featuring a number of our favorite products.
We just released it yesterday, and a lot of you have already checked it out at flip.withgoogle.com. If you haven't, make sure you do. For now, we're here to give you a real-time demo and details about some of the tech we use, like Flutter, Firebase, and Google Cloud. You'll want to stay tuned for the developer keynote coming up after this to see how the game was made.
For this demo, Chloe and I, well, we happen to know the folks that made this game. Hey, Flip team. So we're able to play against each other just for today. And the winner gets to take home that trophy right over there.
Wow! I know the perfect place for that trophy.
Chloe, how do you know what my trophy case looks like?
Okay, so to get started on IO Flip, you get to build your own team, customizing your cards with classes and special powers along the way. And there are some extra bonuses that add to your strength, like holographic cards and elemental powers. More on those later. You win when your cards are more powerful than your opponent's cards. All right, Craig, we're going to try this out on our new Pixel 7As right here. Are you ready to open a pack and start building our teams?
Let's do it. Let's play IO Flip.
Okay, first we're going to build an AI design pack of cards featuring some of our beloved Google characters, Dash, Sparky, Android, and Dino. Then we're going to assign them special powers and see what we get. let's see. What do I want for my team? Ooh, I'm gonna go with Fairy because an army of pixies sounds like a crew that I wanna hang out with. And let's see, for my special power, I'm gonna choose breakdancing because nothing is more powerful than the power of dance.
All right, well, I've chosen Pirate as my class. And Chloe, you do know how to tell if someone's a pirate, right? Well, they're always talking about plunder. All right, so now I need a special power. Let's see, astrology. If only that had been astronomy, the pirates might have actually been able to use it. Let's see, breakdancing pirates. What is this, Pirates of Penzance? Oh, fake crying. That's good. Be careful, Chloe. My pirates are also good at emotional manipulation. They've never seen a guilt trip they wouldn't take.
Fake crying? Huh. I didn't realize that I had a superpower. We each get 12 cards in a pack, and from here, we'll be able to swipe through and strategize and decide which 3 we think will be our strongest competitors. Those 3 become our teams, and they're the cards that will compete with our opponent's team.
Oh, here's a good description. Sparky the pirate fake cries to get out of trouble, but he always laughs it off. Pretty childish, Sparky, but also pretty good flavor text. Now, MakerSuite helped us prototype all of those prompts, and then the Palm API generated thousands of unique descriptions for all these cards.
And those animations are silky smooth with Flutter.
And what's even cooler is that because those animations are powered by code and not video assets, they're really flexible. And even more, because all of this is made in Flutter, we don't only have a web app here. We're most of the way toward a mobile app on Android and iOS as well.
And to give you a peek behind the scenes here, all the images were created with Google AI tools. We're committed to using AI responsibly here at Google. So we collaborated with artists to train our AI models, which then generated the thousands of images that you see in I/O Flip.
All the gameplay communication like matchmaking and results was easy to implement with Firestore. And with Cloud Run, we were able to deploy and scale our all Dart backend. That's right, I/O Flip is full stack Dart. Okay, Chloe, I think it's time to flip.
Okay, now this is a fast-paced game. Things happen pretty quickly, so pay attention.
Okay, we're in.
Okay, I've got my card. All right, fairies, let's break dance.
All right, pirates, yar.
Okay, moment of truth here.
Answer is, oh, and your water elemental power further beating my fire, as if you even needed it. Okay, round 2, pressure's on. I think I've got a winner.
We'll see about that. Right into my trap.
Oh, these are real tears, Chloe.
That is my lowest card.
Ooh, this is for all the marbles.
I feel good about this one. I think I'm gonna get that trophy.
Me too. Oh, wait, fire's melting your metal, but not enough, Chloe. You've taken it. Well played, Chloe. I suppose if anyone deserved that trophy, other than me, it would be you.
Thanks, Craig. Once again, the power of dance prevails. Super fun, super easy to play. I love being able to customize my cards and characters, and I can play quick games if I'm short on time, or I can play again to extend my winning streak.
Want to play I/O Flip yourself? Go to flip.withgoogle.com to play on your laptop, desktop, or mobile device.
Thanks for hanging out with us and checking out I/O Flip. And you can learn more about the AI technology actually used to make the game and so much more coming up next in the developer keynote.
See you there.
enjoy this time when the developer community comes together from all around the world. Literally millions of people from different backgrounds who all share one thing in common: the joy of solving problems with technology to get more done and make life better for everyone. Technology is constantly evolving, and it's having a profound impact on our everyday lives. As developers, you're at the forefront of this sea change, the ones creating experiences that shape the world. Because of you, billions of people can uplift themselves, their communities, their families. That's why I love how Google is making deep investments to help you leverage the largest mobile platform on the planet, the most popular web browser, vast cloud services, hundreds of open source projects, and breakthroughs in AI. Remember 25 years ago when the web just became a programmable platform? And it allowed us to bring the world's knowledge to our desktops. For users, it was like magic. But for developers, it was complex. I still remember the first time I wired up a database to a website. It was not magical, but it was determined. I was so determined to make it all work. And I did get it to work. Now, that complexity has only grown in depth and scope. No matter what kind of developer you are, we're here to help you. Earlier today, you saw many of the ways that Google is using generative AI to improve our products, from search offering relevant follow-up questions, to Workspace assisting with drafting emails, and to Photos, letting you edit images in whole new ways. And as Sundar shared, Palm 2 is the foundation model that powers all of these experiences. We want to help you take advantage of that same technology to build your own innovations. Now, the question is, how to make generative AI accessible to everyone who wants to build powerful experiences and products, but in the most productive and responsible way possible. At Google, we've been thinking a lot about that challenge. I hope you'll see today that we're committed to providing open, integrated solutions so you can deliver amazing experiences that your users love. So let's start today by looking at how you can access the Palm 2 model yourself. Now, you may have seen the new game, IO Flip. Who's seen it? Everybody seen it? It's fun. I've been watching, seeing how so many of you have already started playing with it. How about we go under the hood for a look at how IO Flip is made? I've asked Simon to join me. Simon, are you ready?
Absolutely, Janine. Hi, everyone. So, I've always been a gamer, but building games requires some creative skills that I wasn't born with. But with generative AI and all these amazing Google tools working together, it was easy to make this delightful game.
So the game has some pretty unique and quirky characters. For all the collectors watching, how many cards are there?
Well, we created millions of unique cards for the game. First, the pictures on the cards were created using a technique pioneered out of Google research called Dream Booth. It enables you to fine-tune image models with a specific subject, transporting them to anywhere you can imagine.
So the picture is just one half of the card. Each one also has a fun description from the keywords that I select, right?
Yes. Those keywords are used by us behind the scenes to build more complex prompts. Now, prompting models, it's a bit of an art form. You never know exactly what you're going to get, but experimenting with them is really part of the fun. Now, this is where MakerSuite comes in. It's an easy-to-use tool that runs in your browser and a place to experiment and craft your prompts. Let me walk you through how you can create these cool descriptions in minutes. Okay, so here we have MakerSuite. Janine, let's make you a card. What class and power would you like your dash to wield?
Okay, so now I enjoy a good meal. Let's go for a culinary wizard who's capable of making anything delicious.
Coming right up, and in the great tradition of TV chefs, here's one I prepared earlier. First, as you can see, we provide the model with some context. You're a writer for descriptions of a trading card game. And then we give the model an example. Here's a pretty cool one for Sparky. Finally, it's time for Dash. Let's get it pasted in. Oops. Write a short description in less than 30 words for Dash, who's a culinary wizard capable of making anything delicious.
So because large language models are non-deterministic, how do we make sure we're doing all of this in a responsible way?
Yeah, that's a good question. We build our models with our AI principles in mind, so you have a responsible foundation to start from. And we also want these to be playful, so let's add, keep it upbeat, and hit run. Let's see what it generates. That's pretty cool. But if you don't like that description, you can just try again. Awesome. And since we're all developers here, let's have it output in JSON. And I'll add a kind of a schema to give it an idea of what we want. Cool. And since I want to play it with the family later, let me ask it to add a Japanese description too. Cool.
Oh, that's slick. You don't need to be an AI expert to iterate and tune prompts in MakerSuite. And now that we have the prompt, you can easily copy it to VS Code or open it in Colab.
That's right. Here we have it in Colab. You can easily access the model directly through the Palm API. And when you're ready to shift to development and build, you can access the model directly through our Palm API libraries that we built for Python, Node.js, and Java.
Thanks, Simon.
Thanks, Janine.
Let me show you some examples of how some developers are using the Palm API. Take Guided AI's enterprise customer chat product that uses the Palm API to create summaries of customer conversations. Or one of my favorite from Play Labs, where they're using the Palm API to build an agent that suggests ways to play and engage with your friends. You can even use the Palm API with popular frameworks like LangChain to build intelligent agents that use React to navigate complex tasks. As you can see, we're giving you access to our large language models, the ones powering so many of Google's products. And starting today, we're rolling out new features in MakerSuite so you can create synthetic data and easily customize safety settings. So sign up now to try out MakerSuite and the Palm API at g.co/palm. We're also thrilled to release several new Firebase extensions that use the Palm API. So you can integrate and extend from Google and other API providers. Take the new chatbot with Palm API extension, so you can easily add a chat interface for continuous dialogue, text summarization, and more. Last month, we added coding capabilities to Bard, an experiment that's now powered by Palm 2. Bard can act as your collaborator in over 20 languages, helping you to generate code, find bugs, add annotations, and more. My favorite thing to do is play with Bard to help me learn something entirely new, like asking for examples of code in a different language. Over the next hour, you will see more exciting ways that AI can help you to be more productive with all the tools and platforms that you rely on. Next, let's get Matthew on stage so he can tell us more about how we're helping you to be more productive in mobile development.
Thanks so much, Janine. It's exciting to see how the world of AI is transforming all types of developer workflows. It's making traditional tasks easier and the previously impossible entirely within reach. We want to share 3 things from the world of mobile and Android development with you. First, how we're bringing the power of AI directly into the Android developer workflow to help you be more productive. Next, how you can build for the multi-device world that your users are asking for. And finally, how our language, toolkit, and tool improvements seamlessly converge in the modern Android development stack. As you saw earlier, AI is the next breakthrough that will define mobile. And I'd like to invite my colleague Jamal to share how we're putting AI directly into Android Studio. Jamal, tell us more.
Thanks, Matthew. I'm going to share with you an example that underscores not just how we approach AI, but how we approach everything we build for you as mobile developers. A focus on helping you stay productive, become more efficient, and get the most out of Google technologies. Now, if you didn't know, 10 years ago, we launched Android Studio with a focus on delivering innovative Android developer tools. Today, let me show you how we're continuing to help accelerate your development with demo innovations in AI called Android Studio Bot. StudioBot is a tightly integrated AI-powered helper in Android Studio designed to make you more productive. We are in the early days, but I want to give you a sneak peek. Okay, let's jump in. Now you can find the preview release of StudioBot and Android Studio Hedgehog, which you can find in the Canary channel. Okay, here I'm working on the Jet Snack app, and I'm excited to get the app ready for the all-new Android hardware, especially tablets. Now, my tablet UI, it looks okay, though it could be better. But you know, I don't remember all the best practices in creating tablet layouts. But this is where StudioBot comes in. Now, StudioBot is found in a new assistant window that you can find in the toolbar. And what's unique about this chat setup is that you don't need to send your source code to Google. Just a chat dialogue between you and the bot. Okay, here I've already typed a prompt to create a laptop layout. So let's try it out. All right, nice. I have a quick response on how to add this layout. Now, what's nice about this integration in Android Studio is that we can recognize the response as code with the right syntax highlighting per your custom ID settings. However, StudioBot does more than just generating code. It's a place to ask questions in context. So for instance, I don't need this layout in XML, but in Kotlin, since I'm doing this app in Jetpack Compose. So let's ask StudioBot. How do I do this in Jetpack Compose? And submit. And perfect. The code makes sense. And it gives me additional guidance and documentation. And you know how important tests are. Let's also ask StudioBot to create a unit test as well. So let's see. Can you create a unit test for this? And submit. And no, I'm just having a conversation with StudioBot. It remembers the context between question to question. And great. StudioBot created the unit test right in context. Pretty cool. Now, as you look at the code for a Compose layout, there are steps such as importing various dependencies. StudioBot recognizes this. And with the smart actions that StudioBot generates, I can directly convert this snippet into my project with the right imports and dependencies. So let's try it out. So let me click on this Explore and Playground, expand, and there we go. we've moved from code submit to actual code with StudioBot. Pretty cool. Lastly, we have added entry points to StudioBot and key points in the IDE, both in the code editor and in the logs. So for instance, earlier today, I was debugging a problem in my Android manifest. I can open up Logcat, right-click on a crash, and send it to StudioBot. And just press submit. And there we go. StudioBot explains the crash, and it knows that I forgot to add the internet permission. And it also gives me a quick action to add the missing line of code to my manifest, which I can fix in one click. So I'm excited, but we're just at the beginning of this AI journey, and we invite you to download the latest version of Android Studio with StudioBot, try it out, and share your feedback. Now, once you've built your app with the help of StudioBot, you're ready to publish to Google Play. And here, we're also bringing the power of AI. So today, we're launching a new experiment of the Google Play console that will generate custom store listings for different types of users. You will ultimately have control of what you submit, but Google Play is there to help you be more creative. So from start to finish, develop to publish, we're deploying AI to help you move faster and to be more creative. Back to you, Matthew.
Thanks, Jamal. That was awesome. Now, let's dive into our multi-device world. As people add more connected devices to their lives, they want their apps to work across them and to adapt to each form factor's unique abilities. Let's take a look at how a developer, Peloton, responded to their users' needs and is delivering an immersive multi-device experience.
Scene 101, take one.
The Peloton app enables members to work out at their convenience.
You can literally work out anywhere. Doesn't matter if you're on vacation, if you're at home. At Peloton, we want to meet members where they are and on the devices they own. We heard consistent feedback from our members about wanting a Wear OS app.
Our members wanted to be able to use their watches to work out with Peloton. And we took our learnings from the original bike built on AOSP to build a great mobile app across many different form factors.
We built a completely new experience so that users have even more options. They can now track their heart rate in real time on their wrist, on the phone, and on our connected fitness devices.
After building the Wear OS app, we wanted to improve the Peloton app in the Android ecosystem. Great tablets like the ones from Samsung, Pixel, and Lenovo are a big reason why we're continuing to invest in large screens. With the Android SDK and Jetpack libraries, it's really easy to create a flexible UI to adapt to the different screen sizes. We use the Jetpack window manager to support foldable specific use cases, like tabletop mode in our video player. Now we're positioned to be even more forward-thinking by investing in exciting new form factors.
Heart rate monitor usage in our app is correlated with higher engagement, better workout experience, and more workouts a month. Since launch, we've seen a bump in total workouts taken on the Android platform. We're very confident that Wear OS was a considerable driver.
In the Android ecosystem, there's so many different devices with varying capabilities, like phones, watches, tablets, and TVs. At the end of the day, we want the Peloton app to be awesome wherever our members use it.
It's incredible seeing an investment like that pay off. We're seeing that happen not just for Peloton, but for all of you who are working in this multi-device space. We're seeing a robust market continue to grow for large screen devices. Tablets, foldables, and flippables provide a huge opportunity to reach premium consumers. Our hardware partners are all in with flippable and foldable devices from Samsung, Motorola, and Oppo. Google is all in. Earlier, you saw the Pixel Fold and Pixel Tablet. We're optimizing the Android OS for large screens. And we're tuning over 50 of Google's own apps to look great on these devices. App developers are all in and getting rewarding results. Apps like Concepts and Unext are seeing dramatically more installs and more engagement on tablets and Chromebooks. WhatsApp, eBay, and Canva are also giving users richer experiences on these screens, and as a result are seeing their Play Store ratings increase. If you're excited about enhancing your app for large screens, here's how you can get started. First, start with Jetpack Window Manager and Windows size classes and create layouts that take advantage of the large screen. Version 1.1, available now, has activity embedding, the fastest way for multi-activity apps to provide great large screen layouts. Next, leverage posture detection for foldables and flippables with Jetpack Window Manager and poses in the device emulator in Android Studio, like Google Meet did here. Third, grow your installs on Google Play. To help users discover your optimized apps, we're featuring high-quality apps more prominently in the Play Store and showcasing those with device-specific screenshots. Finally, test out your experiences. We're adding Pixel Fold and Pixel Tablet configurations to the Android Studio emulator. And I'm excited to share we're announcing physical device streaming for these Google devices in Android Studio. This lets you see how your app runs on Google-hosted Pixel Fold and Pixel Tablet devices right from your IDE. You can sign up to join the waitlist today. Now, let's talk about the screen on your wrist. Wear OS active devices have grown 5x since Wear OS 3 launched, and it's the fastest growing smartwatch platform. Now is a great time to jump on Wear OS, and as developers, here are the two big updates you should take advantage of. First, watch faces. They're a beautiful way to engage with your users, and with Wear OS 4, it's easier to create customizable and power-efficient ones. We're making that possible by introducing a new watch face format developed in partnership with Samsung. This is a new declarative XML format, meaning there'll be no code in your watch face APK. This will make it easier to bring your great watch face ideas to market. And second, we're releasing new APIs to bring rich animations to tiles, one of the fastest ways to get things done or launch an app on Wear OS. We're launching the first developer preview of Wear OS 4 today with an updated emulator image featuring new Bluetooth connectivity to other devices. But it's not enough to just make these form factors easier to build for. The tools and services you use should be purpose-built to take advantage of these new form factors from the start. We've done just that, and we call it modern Android development. We're building our tools and APIs with the future of the platform in mind. To show you what I mean, I'd like to invite my colleague, Florina, to the stage.
We know your to-do list is long and your time is precious. We want to help you do more faster. Modern Android development gives you the APIs, tools, and guidance to speed up your flow and help you write safer, better code so you can focus on building amazing experiences. We aim to reduce the complexity and the cost of both building and maintaining rich cross-device apps, so everything you learn applies across the entire ecosystem of Android devices. I want to share 3 of my favorite updates that help you save time and set you up for the future of the platform. First, Jetpack Compose, which makes it faster and easier to build high-quality UIs. Today, over 24% of the top 1,000 Android apps take advantage of Compose's productivity boost, double since last year. The Google Drive team told us that Compose, combined with architecture improvements, cut their development time nearly in half. And Clue increased their development speed 3 times after rewriting their app in Compose. That's pretty amazing. The latest updates to Compose make it easier to build rich UIs. We're bringing Compose to even more surfaces, with Compose for TV in alpha and home screen widgets with Glance in beta. Flip through content with the new Pager APIs. Build flexible layouts with flow row and column, and take advantage of the latest Material 3 components. And we're still focused on improving Compose performance out of the box. Second, Kotlin. One of the best things to happen to Android development since switching from Eclipse to Android Studio was making Kotlin an officially supported language, all because of you. I still remember that announcement. I was sitting right here in the Shoreline Amphitheater, but I had a way worse seat back then. Since then, more and more apps have adopted it and have seen what an expressive, concise, and fun language it is. And now 95% of the top 1K apps use it and love it. Kotlin is at the core of our development platform, and we keep expanding the scale of Kotlin support for Android apps. We're collaborating with JetBrains on the new K2 compiler, which is already showing significant improvements in compilation speed. We are actively working on integration into our tools, such as Android Studio, Android Lint, KSP, Compose, and more, and also leveraging Kotlin code bases, our large Kotlin code bases, to verify compatibility of the new compiler. We now recommend using Kotlin for build scripts. So with Kotlin in your build and in your UI with Compose, you can use Kotlin everywhere throughout your app. And finally, great languages deserve great tools. Android Studio keeps you productive and in the flow. App Quality Insights is a great example of this. In the App Insights tab, you can see critical issues from Firebase Analytics, navigate from stack trace to code, all without leaving the IDE. Today, we're adding Android Vitals crash reports. You can now access your crash reports from the Play console. No need for any additional SDKs or instrumentation to your app. From making debugging better to updates in Compose and Kotlin, these were 3 of my favorite updates in the world of modern Android development. We hope they help you fly through your to-do list and build amazing apps. And now, back to Matthew.
Thanks so much, Florina. Enabling the productivity gains that Florina just mentioned, that's something that teams all across Google are thinking about as we build tools and services for you. For example, Flutter is Google's open source framework for building multi-platform applications from a single code base. When Betterment wanted to shift their strategy to a mobile-first approach, they turned to Flutter to share their code base across iOS and Android, which allowed them to achieve 100% feature parity across both platforms. And with the latest mobile update to Flutter, you can tap into Impeller for enhanced graphics performance. Additionally, with Flutter 3.10, we now include a JNI bridge to Jetpack libraries written in Kotlin, so you can call a new Jetpack library directly from Dart without needing to use an external plugin. Whether you want to shift your strategy to be mobile first or expand your app to new form factors, our mission is to give you simple, helpful tools that save you time so you can build great mobile experiences. Next, to talk to you about what Google is doing on the web, I'd like to invite Matt Waddell to the stage.
Janine talked about the importance of being open by design. And that's one of the things that makes the web so critical. It's a platform that's owned by none of us and shared by all of us. And with Google's contributions to Chromium, Angular, Interop, and many other efforts, we want to keep moving the web forward to keep on keeping open. We also want to make sure that the web's tools and APIs are solving real-world problems and doing so efficiently. So today, I'm going to share a few challenges and opportunities that we're trying to address together to deliver a web that's both more powerful and way easier to work on. The first opportunity is really about reaching new customers across platforms. The web is a key part of this conversation. It's often called the universal runtime. At the same time, nearly all of us are also making investments in client and server apps. Now, this is not a web or a native thing. Honestly, that debate is pretty boring. This is a web and native thing. The key is figuring out how to take your investments in desktop or mobile and make it easy to target the web. WebAssembly, or WASM, makes this possible. Since it arrived a couple years ago, we've seen companies like Figma, Unity, Snap, VLC, and others use WASM to bring code from their C++, C#, even their Swift apps, and run it on the web. Today, we have some really cool updates for the community. For starters, WebAssembly now supports managed memory languages. This extends the benefits of WASM to even more workflows. For example, if you're writing your app in Dart and Flutter, WASM can now run your browser code more than 3 times faster than compiling to JavaScript. I'm also excited about what this means for Android developers, most of whom are writing their apps in Kotlin. Starting today, thanks to some early work by JetBrains, Kotlin also runs on WASM. This means you'll be able to write your Android features just once, then use WASM to deploy your app to the web. You get to reach new customers with native performance, and it's a great example of how web and native can really scale your efforts. Another opportunity that's certainly top of mind right now is AI and machine learning. And there's a critical role for the web to play here, and it all starts with GPUs, the stuff you need to train and run the models that you saw earlier from Simon. Today, most of these workloads are served in the cloud, and there's a complementary set of GPUs in the devices we use every day. The problem is it's not very accessible right now, and we can change that with the web. That's why we're excited to highlight Web GPU. It's a new API, yes. It's a new API that unlocks the power of GPU hardware and makes the web AI ready. After all, the web is already on phones, desktops, laptops. Web GPU just gives you access to all of that local compute, so you can save money, increase speed, and build privacy-preserving features. Let me share a few details. In terms of performance, ML libraries like TensorFlow.js now run over 100 times faster on Web GPU than vanilla JavaScript. These kinds of gains make a big difference when you're running AI models or graphics-heavy apps. You can really see the difference here in this diffusion model running on WebGL on the left versus Web GPU on the right, both of which are running inside the browser. Now, I'm going to ask the model for an image of a cat next to a window with the sunlight streaming in. Fun fact, lots of Chrome folks are cat people, so this example is pretty on brand. As you can see, Web GPU finishes in just under 10 seconds, while WebGL takes over 3 times longer. And until recently, WebGL was the fastest implementation on the web. AI, ML, LLMs, look, they're a big deal for a good reason. And by using Web GPU, you can now build your app with compute that's both in the cloud and on the local device. I also just want to acknowledge the many new APIs and components that we're discussing at I/O to deliver a more capable platform. I'm not going to do them justice in just 5 seconds, but there are more than 100 new updates in the I/O sessions that we'll discuss, from storage solutions like SQLite to UI features like view transitions. We do this work as an ecosystem, so please do check them out. Now, so far we've talked about a more powerful web. These APIs and these features, they're cool. What's really cool, though, is when they're easy to use and they seamlessly match your workflow. So you can spend more time actually building and less time as a systems integrator. let me show you some updates that will really enhance your productivity. The first is about web frameworks. And yes, it's easy to romanticize about vanilla JavaScript, especially if you started your own journey with text editor, view source, maybe Stack Overflow, and sheer determination. The thing is, more than half of us use front-end frameworks to build our apps. This abstracted web is the web. So today, we're introducing some new tools to reflect this reality. First up is Firebase hosting, which many of us already use to deploy apps. Last year, we added support for frameworks like Next.js and Angular. Yes, I see you. And starting today, we are expanding this support to include Astro, Flutter Web, and others. In addition, you can now serve backend code in hosting preview channels, so you can verify changes to your app without affecting production. For all you Flutter fans, I see you. For all you Flutter fans, we continue to address your top asks, and version 3.10 significantly reduces load times and integrates Flutter Web into existing web content. In fact, what you're going to see here is an example of Flutter Web running inside of an Angular app. It's like a big framework hug. Finally, regardless your framework of choice, you'll eventually need to debug some of your code. It happens. Many of us debug with Chrome DevTools, and starting today, it does a much better job of code that's generated by modern frameworks. From cleaner stack traces, to a new show your code option, to more breakpoint reliability. It just works, so you can focus on your app experience. Another area that really impacts productivity is performance tuning. Have you already reduced your load times by 3x? Probably yes. Do you still want it to be faster? Also probably yes. And too often that work feels like you're trying to do it with your eyes closed. We want to help. So today we got a few updates that offer insight into real-world performance and make it easier to actually achieve your performance goals. In terms of metrics, Core Web Vitals has emerged as a key yardstick for quality and performance, with an initial focus on page loading. At the same time, we know that page responsiveness is a key part of the overall experience. Is your app reactive or responsive, or more a snap in a given session? Today, we're announcing that interaction to next paint, or INP, is graduating from experimental, and by next year, it'll become the vital metric that captures that dimension of responsiveness. The lower the number, the more users are getting immediate feedback in your app. And that kind of intel is crucial when it comes to app quality. To help you actually reach your performance goals, we've been working with frameworks to integrate vitals into measurement directly. And as of today, that set includes Next.js, Nuxt, and Angular. And if you use Angular, version 16 now includes a new reactivity model and improvements to server-side rendering and hydration that significantly improve your vital scores. Look, we get that app performance isn't just an optimization. It's one of your most important features. And today's updates are designed to really speed things up, both in terms of the benchmarking and the actual tuning. Okay, one more thing, and I really do mean one more thing, both because I'm going to hand off after this and because it's something that I'm especially excited about. So far, we've talked about APIs, capabilities, quality improvements, tools, all the things that you can do on the web platform. And yet, all too often, the dub actually stands for Wild Wild West. Is this API supported in this browser? Can I depend on this CSS transition? Am I getting the latest and greatest when I use this framework? Trying to make sense of all that is like that moment, it's like just before the orchestra starts, when everyone's tuning their instrument, it's big and it's loud and it's noisy. And then the musicians come together around a single shared note. And it feels great. We want to bring that level of clarity to platform changes. So we've been working in the WebDX community group with browser vendors like Apple, Mozilla, Microsoft, framework providers like Angular, Nuxt, Next.js, to establish a stable and predictable view of the web, and it's called Baseline. Baseline captures the evergreen set of features that are supported across browsers, and it finally takes the guesswork out of, can I actually use this in my app or not? Every year, we'll also introduce Baseline 23, 24, 25, which will be a cut of everything's new across browsers and compatible. It's going to be an annual release for the entire web ecosystem. MDN has been a close partner in this work. So here's Hermina Conde to share more.
Thanks, Matt. Hi, everyone. I'm Hermina Conde, and I'm the director of MDN at Mozilla. At MDN, we provide documentation for modern web development to more than 1 million developers every day. However, we understand that keeping up with the constantly evolving web platform is a major challenge for developers. More importantly, there's tremendous innovation happening in the browser space, and developers don't have a common language to talk about the features that are generally available for use on the web. To address this issue, we've partnered with Google and the WebDX community group to provide a transparent view of stable and well-supported features that drive the platform's growth, giving developers a simple and clear signal of what's the baseline for the web platform. Starting today, we'll be rolling out this labeling on our site, as you can see here, and hope to cover all relevant features in the coming months. Back to you, Matt.
Thanks, Hermina. You know, browser interop and compatibility really get to the core of what makes the web great. It's this ability to collaborate and federate across companies, stacks, and endpoints, where all of us is truly better than any single one of us. And with Baseline, we can still provide a consistent experience. No more wild, wild west, just the World Wide Web. And we're grateful for the chance to contribute. Next up is Lawrence to talk about how we're bringing this approach to AI and machine learning to enable your creativity and to solve some really important problems for customers.
Wow, Matt's a hard act to follow. So thank you, everybody. And we've been seeing a lot of amazing and very cool AI stuff today. And we've explored tools that are designed to make your life easier as a developer. And we want to empower you to be more effective on mobile, on the web, and of course, in the cloud. But AI isn't some kind of magic pixie dust that you can just sprinkle to get a solution. It requires smart engineering work from developers just like you. And as a developer, you are a dreamer, you're a maker, you're a thinker, and you're a shaper. And it's our goal and our passion to make it easy for you to use your skills to take advantage of all of these new opportunities afforded by machine learning. So let's take a look at how coders just like you were able to engineer a solution for my friend Lance, who was able to reconnect with the world after he lost everything.
This is my smart guy room. This is my dog Wiki and Sammy. And this is my sick gaming computer. I live on the plains of eastern Colorado. This is my new house. My old one burnt down, but we'll get back to that. This is me, Lance Carr. I've got a rare form of muscular dystrophy, so I can't really move my body. For me, playing video games is my link to the world. But I had to stop gaming because this house burnt down along with my adaptive equipment, and I had absolutely no way to play Warcraft or any other computer game. I definitely had a low point. So when I got connected with some cool folks at Google, hey guys.
Hey Lance.
I was pretty stoked. We teamed up to develop this thing called Project Game Face.
Yeah, the name is pretty cool.
It allows me to precisely control my mouse with my face. It's so precise, I can even write in cursive.
Project GameFace uses MediaPipe, which links together a number of different AI models to give you an output. And in this case, the output is a mesh of 468 points on your face, and convert that into telemetry like mouse movement or clicks. It runs natively on devices, and it only needs an input from a webcam, which to me is one of the most amazing things about it.
Controlling my computer with funny faces. It's pretty awesome.
You know, the face is what we show to the outside world anyway, so why not bring these two things together? There's a beautiful symmetry there.
I was stronger when I was 6 months old than I am now. Muscular dystrophy takes, and this actually added an ability. So it's the first time I've gained something in a physical sense. My hope is to definitely give this technology to everybody who could use it.
There are many people out there who have ideas, who have creativity, so we're open sourcing this technology for folks to create miraculous solutions like this one.
I just want to make a lot of people's lives better and easier. Well, we're going to get back to it. Thanks for hopping by the plains of Colorado.
Oh, you saw me?
Look at the edges of the cliffs. Right. Oh,
Wait, what was that?
He's a warlock.
Oh.
I should have known.
Thank you. And this is just one of the many reasons that I do what I do. And I believe that building AI solutions can help us all make the world a much better place. And as you saw in that video, Lance's mobility is quite limited. And solutions that can help him interact with the world can be very expensive and very difficult to maintain. Until AI and machine learning came along. And this is where good software engineering, combined with these new technologies, can help us solve problems that just were not feasible before. So let's follow some good engineering practice, and we'll decompose the problem into smaller, solvable solutions. And in this case, that meant taking multiple ML models and orchestrating them together with traditional code. There was one that detected a face, which then fed code that cropped the image to just contain that face. And then there was another ML model that detected landmarks on the face before we finally wrote code that turned the location of those landmarks into mouse telemetry. And now you have ML models and traditional code working side by side to solve a problem quickly and easily. Solutions like this are what we delight in. And we're really excited to announce and show you the work that we've been doing with MediaPipe, where we've taken, thank you, where we've taken common problems that we as developers needed to solve. Now, some are relatively simple, like image or text classification, and some are much more complex, like facial landmarks or hand poses. But the goal was to encapsulate them all into a single modular solution that you can drop into your apps or your sites. But we haven't stopped there. For you to be successful in building revolutionary apps like Project GameFace, you also need to go beyond the solutions that we thought of. So MediaPipe offers customizable solutions that can easily be integrated into your platform of choice, ready to solve those hard problems. Like the way Project GameFace grew out of a head tracking pipeline of models to one that gave us finer control over facial landmarks. And of course, the models can be customized through retraining. So if the model's close to what you want, but not quite there. For example, the hand pose model might be great, but it can't identify rock, paper, scissors. So we're making it easy for you to fine-tune the pipeline for that with very little code, like this. And then, when it comes to integrating ML models into your Android, iOS, or your web application, you don't need to worry about tensors or any of those other complex underlying machine learning constructs. We're making it easier for you because the MediaPipe framework will tightly integrate with the native data types in your chosen language. And all of this is available for you to use today, including 9 new solution types. So I think you're going to have lots of fun playing with them. I know I did. And I think you're going to build some amazing things with MediaPipe. But not only that, Project GameFace that we created using this technology is being open sourced today. So Lance, you're going to get your wish of making this available for everybody to use. So now I'm going to invite, oh, thank you. So now I'm going to invite my friend and colleague Sharbani on stage, and she's going to tell us more about how we're powering end-to-end workflows for you to build on. Sharbani.
Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you.
I just loved those examples.
I never get over how ML is such an exciting and impactful space. Our machine learning products are underpinned by deep customer needs, be it for diverse technical customers and partners across the globe, or right here at Google. We're focused on providing a unified ecosystem of tools, services, tutorials, and open standards across machine learning workflows, from access to data sets and pre-trained models with Kaggle, to cutting-edge research with JAX, to powerhouse model deployment with TensorFlow and Keras. We're sharing the same innovations that power all the stuff you heard about earlier today. To help show you how we work to pass this on to you, let me walk you through a fun example inspired by our littlest of users. My family loves getting outside. My kids are especially into birds, which are easier to hear than spot. My kids often ask, Mama, ¿cuál pájaro está cantando? Which is Spanish for, Mom, what bird is singing? After our last adventure, I remember that the Google research team had recently open sourced a new bird vocalization classifier model on Kaggle models. So I fired it up in Colab. It's a great place to write and execute code from your browser, offering free access to powerful Google Cloud GPUs and TPUs, perfect for machine learning. And just like that, I've got some simple code to identify birds by their song. I used a recording from a previous outing, and here you can see it identified the sound that I captured as a broad-tailed hummingbird. Hummingbirds are fun to watch, but they're so fast and hard to see. So the next day, when Lawrence and I were chatting, yes, we actually worked together, and no, we're not paid actors or models. He reminded me about the new large language model integration in Colab. Now let's see what happens when we add in some Colab magic. We can get the model to describe what the bird will look like by simply typing %% or by writing a function in Python that uses this. This is a simple way to access large language models that is almost as easy as using a chat interface, but backed by the flexibility that you want as a developer. They integrate beautifully into Python, and as you can see, run like lightning on Colab, thanks to the free compute. Okay, so the model has given me a description of the bird. Now, let's take another look at another fun tool that our team has been working on, Keras CV, which is the new library of state-of-the-art computer vision models for Keras, the high-level modeling framework in TensorFlow. So taking the description that we just got with a few additional lines of code, it can help me take a complex diffusion model and give me a beautiful picture of the bird. Gorgeous. Keras CV and Keras NLP are toolboxes that solve many common ML developer problems. Avoiding overfitting? Check. Augmenting data? Why, yes, we've got you covered. Transformer-based models? Yes. All within the familiar Keras API. Also, Keras CV and Keras NLP models are part of the TensorFlow ecosystem, so you can run seamlessly inference on device, in the browser, or on almost any compute surface. Now, I know this is a fun demo I built for my kids, but think about what we just did. We went from a sound to a picture through a process of orchestrating multiple complex models with some simple code in a matter of minutes. And what I showed you was a process for how we solve problems, whether it's a bird or a plane, and detecting flight contrails to mitigate global warming. By the way, check out that competition on Kaggle. We want to enable you to solve all these problems with machine learning, wherever you are in your workflow and wherever you are in your AI journey. There's a lot to take in, but we can help you today. Visit g.co/AI/build to learn more about the new technologies and techniques I just shared, including Keras, TensorFlow, Kaggle, Colab, and more. We've also shared a really cool walkthrough that lets you train a generative text model and shrink it to run on an Android phone, taking you end-to-end from data to deployment. And if you want to take your AI application to the next level, to share how you can do that with world-class infrastructure and tooling from Google Cloud, I'd like to invite Hen to tell you all about it.
Thank you, Sharbani. When it comes to cloud, generative AI is opening the door for professional developers with all different skill levels to be productive. All of this is made possible because of Google's industry-leading AI-optimized infrastructure. With our new cloud capabilities, along with managed services, you can build enterprise-ready applications without needing expertise in areas like security, scalability, sustainability, and cost management. Like you heard from Thomas, we are transforming cloud development with Duet AI, a new generative AI-powered collaborator.